Back in the booth, back on the airwaves, coming at you live from the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Happy Monday morning to you. It's January 19th, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Maybe you're off work. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're still waiting to get out of bed. Maybe you're eating your lunch. Hell, I don't know. But welcome to the show. Thank you for listening wherever and whatever time it may be. John Reed, Cody McClure, Sam Beard, Bad News Bubba. We'll be here to talk to you for the next 3 hours. What's up, Cody?
Hello, good morning. Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day / Robert E. Lee birthday, whichever one you tend to celebrate. It is a beautiful day here in our fair city, despite the cold. It is good to be here and good to be anywhere. I don't like Bubba's headgear, but I guess I'm also wearing a Kentucky blue coat, so what can I really say, you know? That's the only coat I got. Good morning to the freaks. Hope you're all well. How's everybody doing?
Well, I was good until I tried to open up my computer, and now it's got this weird screen. And
is it a virus?
I don't know if it's a virus. I don't know if I just left it and it went dead or what, but it don't look good.
Malware?
Well, it's nothing right now.
Oh, yeah, that's the Chinese.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, they got you. A hard reset should take care of your problems. Just hold down the power button, and then that makes the Chinese go away. You know, they say an apple a day keeps the doctor away. A hard reset makes the Chinese go away. So, yep, there you go. You're back to just regular Dell now.
Yeah.
Yep, well on your way. How was your weekend?
Weekend was fine. Nothing really good to report.
Right, yeah. Me neither. I went to see – well, actually, that's not true. I actually did several things that were nice. I had dinner last night with my friends, had raviolis that they made, and they were good. And, got to just sit around and talk to Miles for a good bit, just the two of us, just sitting there watching the games, just hanging out, just boys being boys. So that was good. Shout out to him. And then Saturday I saw Ron White at the Tennessee Theater. So those are things to report. It's a good show. Cool. Every time I go to the Tennessee Theater, I'm just blown away, I mean, I've been to several shows there. I'd say, I don't know, over under 8 somewhere, maybe less than that, maybe more than that. Every time I go in there, though, the place is just so beautiful. Tremendous architecture. Beautiful place. So that was it for me.
How was Ron White?
I mean, he's one of my favorite comedians of all time. He's in my top 5, just personal, right there with George Carlin, Joey Diaz, those two. Ron White, I'd say he's in my trilogy of just guys that I like the most.
So he wasn't very good this time?
Yeah, I mean, he was good. He didn't have an after party this time. The last time I saw him, he had an after party at Barley's, and we hung out.
Not this time?
No, not this time. I mean, he's getting old.
Sure.
He's 69 years old.
That's pretty old.
That's pretty old. But he did tell us that hopefully he'd be able to pass through one more time. He said, if you like coming and seeing me in Knoxville, I plan to pass through one more time before it's all said and done. So if you want to see Ron White in Knoxville, see him the next time.
Because that might be the last time.
Very likely will be. Sometimes you don't know when it's the end, It just ends.
It just ends. Sam, top of the morning to you. How are you, buddy?
Good morning. Doing pretty solid. No traffic out on the roads this morning, so it seemed like a lot of people had work off, so that was nice.
That mixed with no school.
Yeah.
School's a big deal on my route. I like when it's winter break or summer break or a random holiday. It was straight shot.
Yeah, I mean, I hit on pretty much every green light coming in this morning. It was a good start to the day. Did a nice cleaning my house yesterday before football. I liked the playoff times yesterday where, like, it didn't really start till 3:30. I felt like I had a good amount of time yesterday to kind of do all my chores, and then I could just sit down for the day and enjoy the football. First game wasn't all that enjoyable, and then had a good one to cap off the night.
Bubba, top of the morning to you. How are you, friend?
I'm alive, John. I'm alive. I'm pennies down, but I'm alive. I've started a new journey.
Okay.
I am now going through Knoxville and the surrounding areas, pizza places, and ranking them.
Okay.
I've only knocked 2 down, but
But
there's
you're going to say robbing them.
no, they're robbing me, but
That would be a fun journey. Just
How
go
many
around
you can
to
get away with?
different pizza places and rob.
yeah, while
them.
I record it and
Yeah.
put it on TikTok, you will
Yes.
see what it's like to be a criminal.
Yeah, do you have one of those glass tip jars? Thank you. Yeah. So what's your rankings? I can already tell you the best one.
I'm only 2 down, and there's a lot more to go. I keep seeing more places pop up, so that's going to definitely throw off my list a little bit. But so far, the top one is Little Nicky's. I've only ranked 2 of them, and I gave that one an 8.3.
Number 2 was Papa John's.
Nope, number 2 was Bellaroma at like a 6.2.
How often do you plan on eating this pizza?
What do you mean?
Like, how often do you plan on doing these reviews? Are you just going to, just whenever you want pizza, are you going to make a point to do it once a week, twice a week? What do you mean what I mean? I feel like it was a pretty simple question. How often do you
Twice
plan
a
on
week
doing this?
would be pushing the bank account a little bit.
Okay.
There's also a lot of pizza to consume, calories.
Are you having to eat a full pizza?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you were just getting a slice. I didn't know if some places were. I didn't know if any of these places did just buy the slice.
Some of them do, but
Yeah, but you're
that's,
gonna get
that's
just-
not my mojo.
Okay, so you're just gonna get a full pie. Yeah, I wouldn't do more than once a week then. Maybe once every other week, honestly. If you could just do twice a month,
Yeah.
that's 24 spots this year. That's a pretty good start.
When you do them, you should like come up with a catchphrase.
I call myself the Paisano.
Oh, okay.
Now, are you
could
filming
do a
yourself?
thing where you just
Yeah,
like
I make TikToks.
Okay.
you could take a bite out of the pizza, like take a big
They're not really good either.
hunk out of the pizza and just like say one bite. Everybody knows the rules, and
Nah,
then keep
that-
eating the pizza after that.
That's trademarked, so we got to go with 2 bites. Nobody knows. And then I continue on.
Okay.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Are you just going with the standard cheese?
No. Ideally I do like their specialty pizza, whatever their like most sold known pizza is. A lot of times it's like a supreme pizza. Some call it just the house special. And then I try to find a wacky pizza if they give me different crust options.
Oh, so you're ordering 2 pizzas.
I did run 2 pizzas over the weekend.
Oh, you're going to go broke doing this, Bubba.
It was a chicken Alfredo pizza.
Yeah, you're going to go broke. That was the thing about doing This Guy Eats was when I went in there and ordered, next thing I know, it was like $65-$70 a pop. And I was like, every week this is going to get a little expensive. Plus also gain some calories. A lot of calories eating a lot of stuff. So be careful. That's all I'm saying.
Makes meal prepping pretty easy though. Just 2 slices here, 2 slices later.
I don't know if that really counts as meal prep. I think that's just called having leftovers. I think having leftovers and knowing what you're going to eat, like you are prepared to eat it, but I don't think that constitutes as meal prep. Like
If you put it in those little containers with the black lids, it's meal prep.
Thank you.
If you talk to the people at the gym that are living the healthy lifestyle and they're doing their meal prep, you can't just be like, yeah, I got some pizza. I'm meal prep too.
You could convince them it's like protein pizza. This is a cauliflower crust.
What are you having today? Oh, ground beef and rice again. Nice. That really must be the secret, huh? To like being fit and losing weight. It's like just eating boring. Like that's what you got to do, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, some peppers and onions in there this time. It's like, half a sweet potato. You just got to eat on a schedule, I guess, like a dog. That's probably the way to go, huh? I've never done that. I eat more like Bubba. 2 pies at a time. Chicken Alfredo.
Yep. Wasn't that good?
I wouldn't think so.
Great cheese pull though.
I never get the specialty pies. I just want your basic, like, if you're testing a place out, especially, to see if they can do a basic, like if you can't do a cheese pizza or pepperoni pizza, I don't need to try anything else. You know what I mean?
See, I'm not a big pepperoni guy, though. So I got to find something to cater to my taste.
You're not a big pepperoni guy?
Nah. They're greasy, dude.
Yeah, they are. Are you a drain the top of the pizza with a napkin kind of guy?
Nah.
Okay.
I accept my fate.
Yeah.
I'm not a big pepperoni guy, he says. This seems strange.
Not what I heard when you took your shirt off the other day.
Oh, he called you pepperoni nipples.
What the hell's this guy's problem?
There's a growing Bubba versus Cody beef boiling up over the last couple weeks here. We have now reached a new level of hate with them calling you pepperoni nipples.
But hey, at least we're both wearing Kentucky blue today. Rah!
Yeah, that was a frustrating game. That was a frustrating game on Saturday. I'll let Cody pick on the other side if he wants to start there in the NFL. Okay, we'll do NFL. Stick with us. It's Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
Big Orange Country's home for sports. This is Fan Run Radio.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work-hard, play-hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold wave filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. Come on, grab a pack. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavor. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Hey, Vols fans. Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
For over 3 years, Crumble Cookies has served the Knoxville area. From Clinton Highway to Parkside Drive, even our friends out in Maryville have reached you, our fans, with the best cookies in the game. This fall, Crumble is gearing up for yet another fantastic season. Whether you're tailgating or looking for a pick-me-up after getting the kids from school, Crumble has you covered. Download the Crumble app to check out this week's rewards and features. And stop on by. Tell them Fan Run sent you, but don't miss the cookies.
Cody, good call by you. John, good call by you. Bubba, Sam, Cody said game of the weekend would be Bills Broncos. That was one he was most intrigued by. I said Rams Bears, both of those bangers. Sam, Bubba, the games you picked.
Thinkers.
Shoo-wee.
Think of.
I want to watch Sam Darnold beat the 49ers 41-6.
What
Bubba.
happened to the 49ers? Good God.
Sam wants to watch C.J. Stroud throw 7 interceptions. Ooh wee.
Hey, I told you.
Still close, despite all those.
I told you all day the Texans weren't going to be fun. But hey, Kaimi Fairbairn, he got those field goals, didn't he?
He did.
Sam Darnold had a
told you he
oblique
would.
injury, John. The storyline was there.
I came out of the Ron White show Saturday night, giddy to check the score of the San Francisco-Seattle game. I said, oh, boy, I'm sure it's still right in the fourth quarter, and I'll be able to just chill here in the parking garage and watch the last 5 minutes of the game. And I open it up on the ESPN app, and it says 41-6, game over. I said, how could that have happened?
They won the game on literally the opening play. The opening kickoff resulted in 7 points. That would have been enough. We could have packed it up and gone home because over the next, 59 minutes and 50 seconds, the 49ers mustered up 6 points.
Brutal.
Just an absolute beatdown. That's a big doom for you, Bubba, on your game of the weekend.
Doom.
And thanks for nothing, Christian McCaffrey. Knew I should have just rolled with Jake Tongas. He's the only damn 49er that did anything.
Well, after these results, we now find ourselves in a situation where the Patriots are going to go to another damn Super Bowl.
Not so fast. I'm not just penciling them in.
Come on.
I'm not
Broncos
penciling
ain't
them
got no
Jared
quarterback.
I'm not penciling them in.
Not only could Josh Allen not get it done, but then after he lost, I said, well, at least I kind of like Denver. They'll be fun to root for. And then you get the news, Bo Nix has broken his ankle. I say, oh, no, so now we're down to the Patriots and the Texans.
I know the Broncos defense isn't as good as the Texans defense, but the Broncos defense at home, when they're going to get a whole week of everyone telling them they're going to lose and that they're cooked, I think there's a chance that they could do enough to keep that Broncos team in the game. And we'll see if Sean Payton loves him some Jared Stidham. We'll see if he can coach him up enough to, be in the game in the fourth quarter. And let's see if some magic happens, because the Texans lost to the Patriots. That's the way I'm deeming that game. The Texans lost. I didn't feel like the Patriots really went out and won that game. I didn't think the Patriots looked good by any means. So I'm not taking the cheese all week and just saying pencil them into the Super Bowl because, I think winning a road conference championship game is really tough. And the Patriots don't really beat the Broncos when it matters.
So you think it's cheese?
They've never won at Mile High in the playoffs.
Right. I think it's cheese, and that's just not, prime Peyton Manning that beat them. That was also Jake Plummer. That was
Tim
also
Tebow.
not the
never
playoffs.
beat him?
No, he lost to him in the playoffs, but
he won some game
in New
in the
England.
playoffs.
He beat Pittsburgh. But that was also Peyton Manning that couldn't throw the ball further than 5 yards down the field, in 2016 that beat him. So I'm not penciling them in just yet. Patriots are favored, sure, good reason. I got no issue with that, but 5.5 points, I think it's going to be closer than that, at least as we sit here on this Monday.
Well, if the Broncos win, the Super Bowl is ruined.
Sure.
I think football season ended last night. I think these playoffs suck now.
I'm kind of with you because I found myself after Allen was gone, I was like, okay, I'll root for Denver. Then Bo Nix is gone, and then I'm like, well, I can kind of root for the Bears. And then last night, that throw by Caleb Williams, I mean, my God. We thought it was a thing of destiny. We thought, oh, this team's going to win the Super Bowl when that happened. And then the Rams won.
I kind of feel like the fun storyline teams are kind of out of there, and you just kind of need to just be a fan of one of these teams left in there to have a lot of fun with the playoffs.
Yeah, or just like football.
At this point, I'm riding with Stafford.
I mean, Rams Seahawks is going to be a banger of a game.
For some reason, I don't love divisional stuff in a conference championship setting.
I agree with that, too.
Ultimate bragging rights. These are the two best teams all year. They're the top of everyone's power rankings all year. So, I felt like they were on a collision course.
The Seahawks are just they kind of bore me. They've kind of bored me all year. I mean, I think they've been a really good team all year, the way they've just beaten down opponents. But they kind of bore me. And the Broncos with no quarterback, and then the Patriots are the damn Patriots, So I'm rolling with Stafford, I guess. What would be the worst Super Bowl out of these four, this combination?
I mean, throw Denver in there, and it's going to be the worst. So, Denver versus
Seahawks.
Seattle. I mean, that doesn't do anything for anybody narrative-wise. That's Sam Darnold versus Jared Stidham. So, that one's the answer. But just looking at the end of last night's game, the Bears, Caleb Williams, he is one of, if not the funnest player to watch right now in football. For both reasons. I won't act like he played a great game last night by any means. I mean, 3 interceptions. Pretty rough. The last one, pretty inexplicable. I thought it was inexplicable for him to throw the interception. I thought it was inexplicable that DJ Moore kind of gave up on the route. I thought it was kind of inexplicable that Ben Johnson called the play. As they're sitting there, just needing a field goal to go win at 2nd and 8 from midfield. We don't need to throw the deep ball there, Caleb.
Yeah, I didn't understand the play call there. I mean, DJ Moore kind of got the blame because they said he was supposed to dive for that ball the way the defender would have. But,
kind of slowed down, too, on the route, I thought.
Yeah, I don't know why you call that play there. Were they already across midfield?
It was right at the 48, so, I mean, it was right there.
I mean, you didn't need that. It just a little too ballsy. But that's what Ben, that's what he does.
Well, that's what Caleb Williams does, too. He likes throwing the ball down the field.
All those 4th downs they go for, I mean, it just –
I thought both coaches took turns making bad decisions towards the end of the game. That last possession the Rams had in regulation, not the kneel down, but the one before that, just blew my mind. It scrambled, 12-year-old me's brain. Just there on the sticks playing Madden. Hell, I could figure out the clock better than those coaches could. Where Ben Johnson doesn't call a timeout at 2:50. He's like, I was going to let it run down. And okay, I was like, all right, I'm okay with this. Let's see what you do here. Then he calls a timeout at 2:07, and I'm sitting there in my living room like, what the heck? Because I was rooting for the Bears. I was like, what the hell are you doing, Ben Johnson? You don't call a timeout with 2:07 left. That's the worst possible thing you could do before 3rd down. What the hell are you doing? And he does it. He calls it. And I'm like, well, Sean McVay now going to get a free pass. There is no penalty now for throwing the football. And here comes Puka. I've seen this, 17 times this year. Big 3rd down, Puka's going to come up with it.
Hey, let's not cover him either. Let's make sure he's open.
Well, that would have happened because it happened later in the game, but the genius Sean McVay said, nope, we're just going to do a little inside handoff here. We're going to punt the ball back to the Bears, who are feeling like a team of destiny, coming up with every big scoring drive they need to. Here's a 3rd and 7 handoff. Okay, now we're at the 2-minute warning. I thought that was terrible coaching on both sides. And then that led to, of course, Caleb Williams' magic, throwing a 50-yard Hail Mary on a pass that was, I think the play started on the 14-yard line.
It was on the 14, and he threw it from the 41.
Yeah.
That's how far back he ran. I mean, that's over 25. That's 26 yards.
And then he threw it, 7 yards into the end zone. So, yeah, it was a 47-yard rope in the air.
Tremendous play.
Were you screaming to go for 2?
No,
I
wasn't.
No, I wasn't either.
I was just really impressed that they connected on that.
I think a lot of people are doing the Sunday night quarterbacking after the game, saying he should have gone for 2, but I didn't think so in the moment. Plus, I don't think teams are as good at 2-point conversions this year as they have been. It isn't really a 50-50 proposition this year. I think I saw the number was down to 41%. I wouldn't have done it at home. I think I would have kicked the extra points, and it worked because they kicked the extra point. They got to overtime, then they got to stop because Sean McVay. Hey, season on the line. Here's a weak side pitch to Blake Corum. Bad coaching from Sean McVay, but he gets to survive.
He got by the skin of his teeth.
Better come up with a good damn game plan for Sunday, because the Seahawks, they like beating the hell out of people.
Yeah, Seahawks, they look like kind of a bit of a juggernaut.
They're a juggernaut, but they are a juggernaut front runner. And I don't even mean that as an insult, but once they have you on the ropes, they finish you. Other teams let you hang around. Other teams let you stick around, sneak through the back door, kind of like Denver did to Buffalo. Denver had the chance to throw the knockout punch in game 1, right? They They're up 10. They strip Josh Allen on the second play. They get a fumble. Everything's going their way, and Sean Payton comes out, and coach is scared, and they kick a field goal. And don't cut their head off, and the next thing you know, the Bills have the lead, 15 minutes later.
Instead of not going for 2 for the Bears, I was kind of wondering why they didn't take the ball in overtime. Like, when both teams get the ball, I feel like there's no benefit of, let's see what we need to do. Like, I think going out there and kind of like, you've got the momentum from that touchdown. I think going out there and trying to score another one would have just really rattled that Rams team.
I think Ben Johnson knows his team needs to trail from behind, so, like, ideally he was hoping the Rams would kick a field goal so they could go down and score a game-winning touchdown. Both teams that kicked in overtime lost. In the regular season, though, like I said, I would rather – I'd rather have the ball first in the regular season, but it's more so because of the clock.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, if you can ideally run down the field and score a touchdown of, like, 6 minutes, then the other team has to score, and either they're going to go for 2 or you're going to get the ball back with, at least a minute and a half, whereas if you are the team that gets the ball second, you're pretty much only going to get the ball once. But in the playoffs, you're guaranteed both teams to get the ball, and there wouldn't be any shame. In the regular season, I think we shame coaches. Like, if you score the game-winning or the game-tying touchdown, you can't kick an extra point and go for a tie. You got to go for 2. In the playoffs, I don't think we would make fun of a coach for kicking the extra point and extending the game.
What happens in the overtime period if nobody scores?
Just ever?
In the playoffs.
Just ever?
Well, no, ever. I know there's a tie. It's a tie, but you can't tie in the playoffs. So would they just play another 15-minute overtime period until somebody wins?
Yeah.
They add like a whole other quarter?
Brother, do you know the rules? It's sudden death.
Huh?
They just play until somebody scores. That's what happens, like, after the
I know, but
that's what happens after the next
clock,
two possessions. The clock's irrelevant.
When the clock runs out.
Yeah, the clock is irrelevant other than I think they give them, like, a halftime if they play for 30 more minutes. I think they have a little bit more of an extended break. But, like, after the first 2 possessions, it's just who scores first. So they're not going to play a whole other quarter after that. They're just going to keep playing until somebody scores.
I understand that. But, I mean, like, as far as the clock goes, do they put just another –
Yeah, let's do
they just have
quarter.
a limitless clock?
Well, let's do another 15 minutes because, like I said, I think you get a little bit of an extra a break if you play 30 more minutes. I treat it like almost like a halftime.
I don't think we've ever really seen that, have we?
I think we saw the Broncos and Ravens go to a second overtime period. I want to say they did that back in 2000. Would that have been 13 or 14?
When the Ravens got the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to say that went to a second overtime. I could be wrong on that, but it was down at the very end, one way or the other. Sean Payton, do we believe what he's saying? Because the video looks different when it comes to the Bo Nix injury. Bo Nix, they're saying he got hurt on the rollout, but to me, on the video, it looks like he got hurt on the quarterback kneel down.
The kneel down?
It looks like he got hurt on neither of them.
Well, on the kneel down, at least he limps off the field. Like, on the kneel down, he at least goes to the middle of the field, kneels down, and, like, there's a defender that kind of gets tripped over his foot, and next thing you know, Bo Nix is limping. But Sean Payton tried to say it was the second to last play of the game, which means that he was still out there on a fractured ankle and threw the deep ball that got the pass interference and then kneeled it down, which I don't know if I believe. I think he's kind of covering his tracks for getting his quarterback hurt kneeling the ball down, which is just a freak accident.
Who gets hurt on a kneel down?
That's what it looks like on the video. Josh Allen, though, oh, boy. Is he the story of the weekend? Because that was a choke job.
I don't want to talk about it. I was really pulling for the guy. I found myself being very, very much just rooting for the Bills.
Just like every other middle-aged white sports journalist that was just desperate for Josh Allen to live up to the hype.
Well, it's just that's what the story's supposed to be.
Are you going to keep the kid gloves on like everybody else has and talk about how much of a warrior he is? And,
well, he doesn't have a lot of help.
Guy?
He doesn't have a lot of help.
Life gets a lot tougher when you turn the ball over 3 times too.
Hey, your boy Caleb Williams turned it over 3 times.
Caleb Williams is like 22 years old. He ain't in year like 8.
Yeah.
Nobody has this same energy for Lamar Jackson whenever the Ravens lose in the playoffs. And
especially Cody.
Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen gag on themselves very similarly.
Especially Cody.
They do. What are you saying? I like both of them. Lamar wasn't there. Yeah, Allen choked. I mean, what do you want me to say?
I just wonder if you're going to be like every other, like I said, just the white middle-aged journalist that's like showing, oh, he's crying.
Why do you have to bring race into
This is heartbreaking. This is so sad.
Why do you bring race into it?
Because I ain't really seen many black sports journalists doing it for him.
I rooted for the
Not
two
on
guys.
MLK Day.
The two guys I was rooting the most for were Allen and Caleb Williams. Actually,
Say that again, Bubba.
Not on MLK Day.
not on MLK Day.
Are you Batman now? Like, what are you doing over there?
Not on MLK Day.
Well, I'm just saying, if you can go on Twitter and find me a black sports journalist caping and white knighting for Josh Allen, go ahead. I haven't
Are you
seen
saying
that.
black people don't like Josh Allen?
I'm saying that there's been like Sam said, there's been a little bit difference.
What's wrong with that cracker?
I think a lot of people are jaded when it comes. If you're a Lamar Jackson fan, you haven't gotten the same kid glove treatment that Josh Allen has. So yeah, like I would say it's become a little bit of a lightning rod.
Well, I mean, like Sam said, they've both just choked. I mean, they're both.
Well, yeah,
they're both just falling all over themselves.
But what Sam's saying is that, like with Lamar Jackson, they don't really do he's a warrior, he's crying, he left it all out on the field.
Oh, so you're saying the white journalists are racist? Is that what you're saying?
They love Josh Allen, is what I'm saying.
He's one of their own.
Everyone's right. Everyone's going.
Sense.
Everyone's going out of their way to poor Josh Allen, despite him turning the ball over 3 times and a couple of them being really dumb.
Oh well, yeah, quarterbacks turn the ball over. I don't.
I'm underselling it. I'm sorry. Four turnovers. 4 turnovers.
Well, that's a lot. I don't see why. I don't see why race should factor in at all. I mean, both Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson fumbled the bag this year. And I was rooting for both of them. And I was even rooting for Caleb Williams, but I also root for Matthew Stafford. So, who's the Seahawks coach?
I think you just like all the quarterbacks, it sounds like.
I don't really like – well, yeah, I do kind of – I don't really like watching Darnold or Bo Nix, but now you won't have to watch Bo Nix.
I'm kind of jealous of the way you watch football. You're just kind of like a kid, just rooting for every team and every quarterback. You have a pretty good time.
Who's the Seahawks coach?
Mike McDonald.
Who? The singer?
Every time the team's on offense, Claire's like, well, I like this quarterback. Let's see if they can score.
Yeah, I do.
I really like this guy.
Yeah, I mean, I do just kind of like watching quarterbacks. And,
that's cool.
I like watching quarterbacks and left tackles. That's how I view the game. And right tackles if Darnell Wright's playing. I was watching him last night because, he's VFL. He's big. He's so big out there. He looks like an NFL tackle, doesn't he? I can see why he went so high in the draft. Darnell Wright, Tennessee. That was good.
Yeah, I thought that Rams-Bears game was going to be a little bit more high-scoring, but it seemed like the Bears just felt like the Bears were moving the ball. Just felt like they'd get stopped on a 4th down eventually. With the Rams, it felt like – I don't feel like my analysis going into that game was wrong, though, about Stafford. I didn't think he looked very good in that game.
No, but he was cold.
Well, that was my analysis, was that it's too cold for him to play out there. Like, he is going to struggle, and that's going to lead towards the Bears, keeping that game close and having a chance to steal it. Now, I will say, the Bears didn't take advantage of it. And eventually he found Puka. I was really annoyed he wouldn't throw the ball just to Puka, but biggest 3rd down of the season, hey, here's Puka, and Puka, makes a play.
Did y'all hear at the start of the game that the Rams players had cayenne pepper in their socks? I thought that was about to be like a Tennessee running out of the Ohio State shirtless moment where they were just about to get their ass kicked.
I didn't hear it. Stupid. I didn't hear it before the game, Sam, but I saw it after the game, so it was a little bit easier to see that knowing they won because, like you said, yeah, it would have been pretty embarrassing.
They were showing Stafford. They're like, well, he's a guy that has experience in the cold. He has his scuba suit on under his jersey. There's other players wearing cayenne pepper in their socks. And I was like, huh?
Stafford was wearing a scuba jersey?
That's very common.
Scuba?
They wear a scuba suit underneath their jersey to keep them warm.
It might be very common, but that's the first time I've ever heard that.
Like Tom Brady did it his entire career with the Patriots.
Wear a scuba suit?
Yeah. A lot of quarterbacks do it in the playoffs.
Stafford went straight
from
surfing on the West Coast straight to playing the game in Chicago.
Look it up. Brady did it his whole career.
A scuba suit.
How did I never hear that?
You probably weren't watching the pregame.
You didn't know that. Because they brought it up on the broadcast.
Maybe that's
like
it.
A few times.
Maybe that is it because I never watched the pregame stuff. I never watched. I don't watch it.
Well, like middle of the game, I feel like they reference it sometimes.
I liked how they put that big coat on Stafford every time he would go to the sideline, even just for like 30-second intervals, like a quick timeout. They'd put the coat on him, and then he'd be like, "Okay, time to go back."
I want to own one of those.
Throw it
I
off.
think.
Yeah, the big
Just wear
coat
it around my house.
You'd have to wear shoulder pads too. It's like how much work is that coat really doing? Like 30 seconds at a time. But
I bet it's warm.
Yeah, it probably is. They'd probably keep it on a heater.
Coming out of the weekend, like I said, my takes. Caleb Williams is fun. Josh Allen, loser of the weekend.
What are the thoughts on the supposed catch interception?
I don't know why Buffalo it's funny that it happened to the Buffalo Bills because their fan base is a bunch of whiny bitches, but it's funny to see that because they've still been crying over the Music City Miracle, 25 years later, when it's very clearly a lateral. Like all you gotta do is use your eyeballs and see the ball starts here and it comes backwards here. They can't get past Frank Wycheck's body being at the 19 despite his arm being all the way at the 20. They can't fathom that. So I still, every time I see a Music City Miracle highlight, I like to read the comments because sure enough, there's going to be 100 Buffalo Bills fans crying about it being a forward pass, even though there's a clear camera shot right down the line that shows it's not. So it is funny to me that it happened to them, but also they really expect that to be a catch. You're talking about the last interception, right?
Yeah, the Brandon Cooks play or whatever.
They really think that's supposed to be a catch and down by contact? That's crazy to me. And sure enough, I saw them posting their screenshots of here's Devontae Adams' knee down. They're calling that down, and here's Brandon Cooks' knee down, and this is the same thing, but just 24 hours later, one's a fumble and one's one's down, one's an interception. And I'm like, my brother, Devontae Adams had the ball and 2 feet on the ground and was running for a little bit. Your guy was falling to the ground. It's not the same thing at all. Those are my thoughts on it. That Buffalo is just whiny. And that's my favorite running bit in sports. Number one, Buffalo not being able to win a Super Bowl. And it only trails closely, or the only thing that's trailing closely to it is Canada can't win the Stanley Cup. Those are the only things I'm kind of laughing at now. Those are fun to me. Because both won it so badly, but they're still getting Charlie Browned.
0-3 in overtime since they made the NFL change the rules for him.
I didn't realize that.
Josh Allen is winless in overtime. He's 0-7. Mm-hmm.
They've played in three, just not the playoffs, right? You're just saying three.
Yeah.
3 regular season games or 3 games combined.
Allen has never won in overtime, which is wild.
They probably would have kept scoring touchdowns in that Kansas City game. I'd be pretty mad about that one. 12 seconds giving up a field goal, though, you kind of get what you deserve. That's the way I look at it. But no, I don't think they have any leg to stand on when it comes to crying.
They lost 4 straight Super Bowls.
Yeah, I wasn't really alive.
Why do you got to hate on the Bills? Everybody likes the Bills.
I wasn't around to enjoy.
Why do you got to be a troll?
I wasn't around to enjoy them losing those Super Bowls.
Why you got to be a hater?
But it was one of my favorite things to learn about when I was a kid. They lost 4 straight Super Bowls. I really thought
you weren't around to enjoy it. What makes you think you would have enjoyed it?
Because I would have been rooting for the Cowboys.
Cowboys beat them, in 2 of those?
Yeah, I'd have been rooting for the Cowboys. I was a Cowboys fan as a kid.
Yeah. I like the Bills.
Yeah, just
I want them to break through.
Yeah, just a little lovable loser.
Same as the Bears, kind of the lovable losers.
Yeah, they've at least won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, but it was 1985. It was a long time ago.
Yeah. They've at least made a Super Bowl this, millennium.
The teams that are left, though, are not really teams you want to root for. They've all won Super Bowls recently.
Yeah.
Rams, Seahawks, Broncos, Pats.
There doesn't always have to be a little scrappy underdog.
No, but I like when there is.
Well, then root for Jared Stidham.
He's not going to win.
But I know he's an underdog. Nobody believes in him. That's the perfect guy for you to root for.
Yeah, but he's a backup quarterback.
So is Nick Foles.
Yeah, but you can't root for that. I mean, I'm rooting for Stafford.
Stafford's probably got the most to gain. Although Drake May and Vrabel got a lot to gain. This charmed Patriots run is crazy because take number 3 for me is like, if I'm a Houston Texans fan, I want C.J. Stroud out of here. I don't care if it's trading for Kyler Murray. Get him out of here. I never want to see him play quarterback for me again.
They've got the quarterback at home. Davis Mills should have played that second half.
No, Davis Mills sucks. If Davis Mills,
they won games with Davis Mills this year.
What?
They won games with him this year.
Yeah, I know, but go back and watch what he did in Week 18.
Week 18, throw it out the window.
I hear you, but if he played for 2 quarters, and I'm not sure he completed more than one pass. He was 2 for 4.
That's all they need him to do.
No.
Just don't throw the football.
No,
and the Texans probably win that game.
I take it back. He was 3 for 9. He was 3 for 9 in that game. So if he'd have played at least a respectable game, they might have made the switch. Although I gotta say, C.J. Stroud played a little bit better in the second half. If I'm C.J. Stroud, I'm like, hey, we were cooking. We were about to make a comeback till Woody Marks fumbled. Our defense had forced another fumble. We were inside the red zone. I had just scrambled for a big third down. We were doing some things here. And next thing you know, I got fumbled. That's what cost us, not all my turnovers. But yeah, no, if I was a Texas fan, you're out of here, brother. I don't ever want to see you in this town again. Go on now, go somewhere else. Like I said, I don't care if it's Kyler Murray. I don't care if I'm drafting a quarterback.
Kyler Murray.
Tyrod Taylor, somebody. Will Levis.
What?
I'd watch anybody other than C.J. Stroud.
Is that how far C.J. Stroud's star is burned out?
That's how I feel. If I was a Houston fan, I wouldn't want to see him ever again. He is the first player in postseason history to have 5+ interceptions and 5+ fumbles. He did it in 2 games.
That's way worse than Josh Allen.
5 interceptions, 5+ fumbles. Get him out of here. I never want to see him again. Ugh.
What did you call the Patriots run? Charming?
I said they've been pretty charmed with the way it's set up, with the NFL giving them one of the easiest schedules in NFL history, and then them getting to play the guys they've played in the playoffs,
and getting the Broncos with no quarterback.
Yeah, I feel like it's pretty charming. Hey, here's Justin Herbert with no offensive line. Here's C.J. Stroud, who has completely lost his mind, and here's Jared Stidham.
Yeah, it is a pretty nice run to the Super Bowl if they make it.
Save that thought. We'll finish hour 1 talking NFL, then we'll switch gears to Tennessee in hour 2. Stick with us. It's Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
Yee-haw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine, live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-8899-789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
In sitcoms, when someone has a problem, they just blurt it out and move on.
Well, I lost my job and my parakeet is missing. How was your day?
But the real world is different. Managing life's challenges can be overwhelming. So, what do? We get support. The Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council have mental health resources available for you at loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. See how much further you can go when you take care of your mental health.
Hey Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Back on the program. Bubba, Sam, any NFL thoughts you haven't got to get off your chest yet?
I'm rooting for Sam Darnold to get a ring just because that would be funny out of that draft class for him to get a ring first.
I guess, he's got something to gain too. I mean, he is a quarterback that has been made fun of for most of his career. And he's finally got a home, and he's got a good coach. He's got an awesome defense. Is it fair to say he's got the most to lose, too? Because, like, none of the other
No, because he's struggled this year, so people know that he's got pretty inconsistent abilities at times.
Yeah, I know, but, like, right now they're the heavy favorite. They're the favorite. They're at home. They're a juggernaut. And, like, if they lose, it's going to be on him. Like, if Jared Stidham loses, it's Jared Stidham. If Drake May loses, it's year 2. He'll be back. He'll be fine. If Stafford loses, like, Stafford's got a chance to – once you get that second Super Bowl ring, the quarterback gets moved up a level. But I don't think anybody would look at the Rams going into Seattle and losing as, like, a big failure. But like,
I think legacy-wise, Stafford has more to lose.
Okay.
Just like – because what you're saying, like, I think people are like, oh, Stafford's great, but there's still some people that are like, oh, is he that great of a quarterback? But I think that second ring puts him kind of into that next tier.
Yeah.
And, he's just old enough to where, like, that Rams core only has so many more runs with kind of that special group right now, I think.
Well, at least with him leading it.
Right.
We'll see how they age. We'll see who, gets to lead them after Stafford. But, yeah, this is Stafford, one of his last shots.
Because that Seahawks team is still pretty damn young. And like Mike McDonald very early in his tenure over there, you feel like you got the right guy with Darnold. You never know in the NFL, obviously, if you can get back to that point. But right. I feel like the Seahawks maybe have a little bit more of like established future than the Rams, kind of just going at it with some veterans right now.
Do you feel confident in saying at this point that the Seahawks are better than the Rams?
It's hard not to bet against that defense, man. I saw in his last 3 playoff games that Mike McDonald's been head coach or DC in the second half. Opponents have scored 0 points in his last 3 games.
Yeah, he seems like he might have the title right now of best like defensive coach in the NFL. Like, it was crazy to me that the Rams, like that line opened at like 1.5. Seattle barely favored. Now I got bet up to 2.5 pretty quickly, but like to me, it feels like Seattle's better than them. But it just feels like the question comes down to Sam Darnold. That's why I say he's got the most to lose, because like if they don't win the Super Bowl, like I feel pretty confident in saying he's going to get the blame.
Do you think the injury impacts that at all? Because like they clearly weren't saying, hey, Sam Darnold, let's go throw the ball tonight. They didn't really need to, but I mean, he threw for like 130 yards?
Yeah, it's a fair question. Like I don't think I'll have any injury concerns about him moving forward just because – they said he couldn't throw a football or that he hadn't thrown a football. So there was a little doubt of like, hey, can he even actually go there and do it? But yeah, like he played fine. He played solid. They didn't need him, like you said. Kenneth Walker ran down his throat and the 49ers kept, getting stopped and not being able to do anything. I just think that if they lose, it's going to be his fault. If the Rams lose,
sure,
I don't think that we'll probably be blaming Stafford for losing. I think it's more likely we'll be blaming his offensive line or the Rams offense for getting kind of ran through. As a Titans fan, how's it feel watching Vrabel and Drake May right here, 5.5-point favorites to go to the Super Bowl in their first year together?
Gross. I really wrestle with it because I like Drake May a lot. I respect Mike Vrabel, but like, is he the sole reason why this team is just completely flipped on its head? I can't get past their like regular season schedule and the Mickey Mouse run that they're having to go through on the playoffs of opposing quarterbacks. But winning's winning at the same time.
I do think he is. I mean, not the only reason, but he is the main reason. I think that they have, like, Gerard Mayo wouldn't have coached them to 14-3.
Sure.
Now you could say maybe an average coach would have got him to like 7-10, or anywhere from 7-10 to 10-7 maybe. But I think Vrabel's awesome when he's got a really good roster, and I think he's got a solid roster, and I think he's been blessed with a good schedule, and also a guy that might be a top 5-ish quarterback. Which Drake May owes some thank you cards to C.J. Stroud, because I didn't think Drake May covered himself in glory for most of that game yesterday, but he did make the big throw when he had to. To ice the game away. That was a great catch by Booty. That was awesome. But, yeah, like if C.J. Stroud didn't lose his mind, the Patriots might have choked at home like Vrabel's known to do.
None of the quarterbacks were really special, over the weekend. Like, nobody you look at and you just say, this guy was special, do you?
The best performance from a quarterback might have been Bo Nix. His overall numbers might be the best too. I mean, 279 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Yeah. The touchdown drive he led to take the lead late. I mean, that was pretty special.
Yeah, I think you could say he had a pretty solid day at the yard,
especially when you consider his I would say youth, but I mean he's not young by any means. He's only in his second year, but he's not young. But he played pretty well. It just sucks for him that he is now not going to get to pay it off.
Yeah, I wish he was still there, because I'd really be rooting for Denver. But now I can't root for Denver, because that means Jarrett Stidham would be in the Super Bowl. And I need the Super Bowl to have a good storyline, Like, I want to root for him against New England, because I can't root for New England. But I need a storyline.
Why don't we just play the NFC Championship again for the Super Bowl?
Now there's an idea. No matter what happens this week, let them play for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That would be historic, something that's never happened before in the NFL.
I got to say the flaw with your idea, Bubba, is that it would just really take away from this week's game. There wouldn't be much of a reason to watch the NFC Championship if.
Maybe it was just so good, and they're just like, you know what? We don't want to see them play the Broncos. Let's run it back.
It really is unfair that the league is just going to let the Patriots cruise back to the Super Bowl. I mean, after their entire legacy for the last 30 years, and then they had, 2 bad years?
And then, in this playoff game, you also saw them get gifted really nice field position on defensive plays that just happened to Brady a lot of the times in his playoff his career with the Patriots as well. And it's just like, time's a flat circle.
It's like they're back to their old ways.
They didn't suffer enough.
No, I mean, they were bad for how many years was it? 3 years, 4 years? I mean, it wasn't long.
I mean, it's been a pretty bleak year. I mean, it's been a pretty bleak existence for them since COVID. I mean, since Brady left. They had the 1 year with Mac Jones, but otherwise it's been pretty bleak. I mean, when I say the 1 year with Mac Jones, that resulted in the most lopsided playoff loss almost ever, whenever the Bills just absolutely annihilated them.
Mm-hmm.
So they suffered for at least 5 years. Now they get rewarded with going back to the AFC Championship and looking like they have a young stud, and they got the coach they wanted that exudes the Patriot way. But I'm not penciling them in. They're not just going to roll over the Broncos at home. John Payton's going to have something cooked up.
Better have a bounty program cooked up to go beat that That team on a backup quarterback.
Maybe dust off Von Miller, see if they can find Von Miller and some HGH to get him back. Because that was a big part of Peyton winning without, being able to throw further than 5 yards down the field. They need a pass rusher out there that can wreck shop.
And bring back Demaryius Thomas while you're at it.
I do feel bad for Bo Nix. Like I said, I think he played the best of the weekend, and he doesn't get to really reap the benefits this weekend for it. Because he's out.
Yeah, that's tough. It's a violent game, and that's why he's hurt, because sometimes the quarterback kneel is such a violent play.
Again, Peyton's saying it was on the quarterback power, the quarterback sweep they tried to run. I don't know.
Who knows who's telling the truth?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
He did get up limping.
Yeah, but he stayed in and threw a dime down the field afterwards. I mean, I guess it could just be adrenaline, but I don't know.
Is there no way he can play? Can they not put a boot on him? And
I was kind of wondering the same thing.
Just go out there and
just an unhealthy amount of Toradol.
Yeah, go out there and play.
A fracture on your ankle. I was thinking the same thing because we saw him walk.
I mean, it's the damn AFC Championship.
We saw him play. I mean, if he really did break his ankle on the play, they're saying he stayed in and threw the ball afterwards.
Get Daniel Jones' nerd buddies to create like a little cast for him.
Yeah.
What do we even pay these guys for?
It doesn't work out.
I was wondering the same thing. Like, fractured ankle, just go there and play. Tough it out.
Just take it easy all week. Put some ice on it. Keep it elevated. Rest.
Hour 1 in the books. We'll kick off hour 2 with some headlines. We'll talk some Tennessee sports. A lot of updates to give you. Stick with us. It's Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
The flagship station for Tennessee football. Fans. Fan Run Radio.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold whey filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. Come on, grab a pack. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavor. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Smoky Mountain Brewery is the place to be for game day. From the moment you walk in, it's wall-to-wall big screens, making Smoky Mountain Brewery the perfect place to watch the Vols or your favorite team in action. With locations in Turkey Creek, Maryville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg, you're never far away from a great time at Smoky Mountain Brewery. Try one of their world-famous microbrews like Black Bear Ale, Mountain Light, or Cherokee Ale. Juicy burgers, wings that bring the heat, and delicious handmade pizzas made with hand-tossed crust from the freshest ingredients and their own special sauce from a secret recipe, topped off with hand-grated cheese and farm-fresh toppings. And don't forget, those famous microbrews are also available in kegs for your next party or in 6-packs and growlers to go. So grab your crew and head to Smoky Mountain Brewery and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good.
Hey Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Where do you think Cameron Brink ranks in Los Angeles beauties?
You're listening to Talk Sports.
Me and Miles were discussing this over the weekend. I said she's an LA 6.
Oh, no. A big tall girl like that with long legs?
Yeah.
She's basically young Cameron Diaz. Young Cameron Diaz was no 6.
Airing every day
from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
You think she's young Cameron Diaz?
Yeah, they look a lot. They look similar. Pull them up next to each other. They got similar looks.
100%.
I'm not saying Cameron Brink is as hot as Cameron Diaz, but Cameron Diaz in the mid-'90s was about the top of the line, Jack. I want you to go Google The Mask Cameron Diaz, okay? And just let me know what you think.
I'm 1340 WKGN.
Maybe big and tall is not my thing.
I'd say your closet begs to differ.
That's pretty good. That's good. That's the line of the day so far. I've always just really hoped for a big and big store. I really don't need the tall.
California.
Hour number 2 kicking off here in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Enjoy some light, refreshing White Claw Hard Seltzer on this holiday Monday. You've earned it. Drink responsibly, please. Shout out to my boys over at Cherokee Distributing. I don't know if they'll be in the office or not today. It is a holiday after all. Shout out to White Claw. Let's kick off hour 2 with some headlines. What you got for us, Big Mac?
Thank you, John. Caleb Williams says his future's bright despite the playoff exit. Despite painful exit for the Bears. Caleb Williams says future's bright. You got it in there, mustard and biscuits. Landman Season 2 ended last night.
Yeah?
And I thought episode 10 was great.
Okay.
As a TV guy, which I am.
Yeah.
I've seen all the major shows.
Yeah.
I thought episode 10 was my favorite Landman episode so far.
I don't think you've ever even watched Breaking Bad, have you?
Yes, I've watched Breaking Bad.
All the way through?
Yes, we've discussed this.
Better Call Saul?
No, and here's what I've been...
You ain't seen all the shows.
Well, here's what I've been thinking.
Have you ever even watched The Wire?
Like 2 episodes.
You ain't never watched The Wire either?
Right. But...
Dexter? There was Dexter?
Yeah, like first season.
Yeah,
I couldn't get into The Wire.
Yeah.
I know it's supposedly one of the GOATs, like a Mount Rushmore show. I couldn't get into it.
2 episodes is all you give it?
Yeah. I need to watch it. I need to sit down. I need to sit my fat ass down, sit down on the couch, and literally just blow through it.
All I know is my mom said it sucked. So if my mom is giving up on a show, especially like a Taylor Sheridan cowboy show, if she says it sucks, that means it's really, really bad. So you sitting here acting like it's great is...
Well,
very confusing to me.
First of all, don't gaslamp me like you did on the Peaky Blinders. I'm not sitting here saying it's the greatest show of all time, okay? So let's make that clear. I'm saying episode 10 last night was my favorite Landman episode so far.
Sure.
And I thought it was really good. I enjoyed it. Now, the whole season has been kind of just cheeky. I don't know what the word is.
Have you been indoctrinated by Landman enough to call it gaslamping someone?
I am indoctrinated by Billy Bob Thornton. So maybe I don't really know if it's good TV. I just really like him. You know what
I
I'm
wouldn't
saying?
know. I do know enough people said the first season was good that it caught my attention, but then everyone said season 2 sucked, which I'm like, yep, that's how Taylor Sheridan does it. That Taylor Sheridan, kind of a fraud. He's good at creating these universes, but then when he actually has to like keep the show going and develop it and make some interesting choices, it all falls apart. So then he just starts a new show. He's really good at starting new shows. He's just not very good at continuing those shows.
I thought this one had a pretty good. But I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm good at watching TV or not.
If it entertains you, it entertains you. I'm just saying, you and my mom have a very similar taste,
but here's the
and
problem.
she said it sucked.
The problem, though, is people like you. I
haven't said one word to you about it. I haven't talked to you at all about this
But
season.
all you internet experts, like telling everyone what's good and what's not good and being the authority on it, because then I feel like you can't enjoy something that maybe you would have enjoyed if you hadn't seen how all these other people said it sucked.
Sure,
you know what I
can.
mean?
People tell me stuff sucks, and I enjoy it.
Like Game of Thrones season 8 was ruined for me, in large part because of you.
Because of me?
Giving me the...
I'm the one that just completely dropped the ball with all the creative decisions and writing and just ruining all the characters.
But you're the one who put that in my head. You know what I mean? So I wonder if
you
I
can go
had
through
watched
life dumb and stupid if you want. You ain't got to worry about me, what I say. Just
fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son.
Just go through it and
That's
be happy.
A quote from Animal House.
Sure.
No, I thought maybe if I didn't know all that, though, I wonder how it would be if I watched it and didn't know that it sucked. Like, would I be able to pick up on it?
Well, you weren't a real fan, so like you probably would have liked it enough. You weren't really a real
I
fan.
love Game of Thrones. You kidding me?
You didn't really have to wait on it like everyone else did, though.
No, I mean, I wasn't there from the jump.
Or even like really up until the very end. So like you came in right at the right time. So you might have liked it because you didn't spend years of your life thinking about it. You might have liked it.
I was kind of emotionally invested in it, though.
With the way you are watching TV. Oh, well, this is great. What a great look at the dragon. Wow. Fire, ice. Oh. That's cool.
That is annoying that you do that because I'm not a dragon guy. I was Lannister guy.
Yeah.
The dragons did not do anything.
Well, then if you were a Lannister guy, I don't know how you defended the season. I don't know how you're blaming me because I wasn't the one that ruined all 3 characters. It wasn't me.
Well, I'm just saying you put it in my head. But
I told you in season
and you
7
told me
slipping.
you told me spoilers too. You told me that Bronn was going to be the king.
No.
Or
Bran.
Bran.
Hold on.
Yeah, not Bronn. Bronn's a warrior. Bran.
Hold on.
We're talking about Bran.
You're not going to gaslamp me. I told you the spoiler that it leaked the week before, and I said, hey, I don't know if this is true, but this is what the internet is saying. Do you want to know? And you said, yeah, you got to tell me. You got to tell me. So, like, when you say, like, me telling you, telling the audience I gave you spoilers is a little disingenuous.
We have an entire rejoin where you told me Jon Snow died.
Well, yeah, that was a little bit of a bit, but also retribution. And I knew he didn't die. I knew he was back alive.
Retribution for what?
For you not paying attention. Do you pay attention?
About a Sacramento Kings conversation. That was unfair.
You still do it where you don't really pay attention.
Sometimes, but that's an unfair.
Well, you were warned.
That's not an eye for an eye.
You were warned many times to pay attention, or what was going to happen to you.
That's not an eye for an eye, though.
You missed it, Sam.
If it was a Tennessee football segment and I was sitting there quiet, that'd be one thing.
He literally got up and just went and put his head in the corner and just stood there crying.
Sacramento Kings, Amon Shumpert.
But
who cares?
That is the spirit of a spoiler. Me telling you I know something and asking multiple times if you really want to know, and you saying yes, that is not a spoiler.
I like to think that I would have been really disappointed by Cersei's death, even though I knew that you people were saying that season 8 was bad. I like to think even if I went into that completely blind, I would have been like, oh, this death sucks.
Well, just for the record, time and history are on my side, you people.
Like the next day when Tyrion was picking the rocks off, there was like one rock covering Cersei's face. It's like, that killed her?
If there's anybody,
you kidding me?
If there's anybody really out there beating the drum of, well, actually, that season was good, let me know.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, I wonder if I would have looked at it the same. You know what I mean?
That'd been really funny if you were the one guy.
Actually, it's pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Like the one Japanese soldier still out here fighting the war all those years later.
Yeah.
Not realizing the war had been lost already. Just out here battling.
Kamikaze.
Okay, what other headline you got?
The Bears are proud of their season.
Didn't you already say that?
Let's see what else we got. C.J. Stroud on his career worst 4 interceptions after the game. He says that they let people down. He says he let people down with his performance. I feel like I let people down. It hurts, and I'm not used to it. I didn't play my best this year, but I'm going to respond, keep my chest up, my chin held high, and I'm just going to keep battling forward. And, if God is before me, who can be against me?
Is that what he said?
Yeah, if God is for me, who can be against me? I'm just going to rely on that.
The whole internet can be against you. Very rarely do guys get slandered the way he's getting slandered by the internet. Everyone is on him. He's not likable, and he's also not good. That's a bad combination.
My favorite tweet has been, every young buck got to go study Stroud's offseason side quest after his rookie year and do the exact opposite of that. The football gods don't give grace.
We knew it at the time. we knew it at the time. I remember talking about it, of just like, man, like, the rookie year was good, but now you're going to run around with these old porn stars? Like, okay. Like,
sumo wrestling with Micah Parsons.
Yeah, like him and Micah Parsons go do a buddy cop movie, like, and just go podcast around the world while he's running around with like Amber Rose, and like just running around with these old women. Like, what are you doing, CJ Stroud? Like, stay in the playbook. Although I gotta say, it didn't seem like Jaden Daniels really went that route, and his second year wasn't very good either. Maybe the key is just don't overreact to people's rookie years. You got, like Cody says, wait till the film comes out on them.
That's right. You've heard of the sophomore slump. We've seen it time and time again.
But C.J. Stroud running around like he was a made man was crazy. Like Micah Parsons, he's still been able to kind of, be really good because, he had already proven that he was really good in the league. C.J. Stroud has been awful the last couple years.
Miami Hurricanes find quarterback, it appears. Darian Mensah of Duke lands in transfer portal. It seems like he's going to Miami.
Has that been further talked about? Has there been updates over the weekend and stuff?
No.
Okay.
But he submitted his request for transfer paperwork Friday after we went off the air.
Yeah.
And he's likely going to play for the Miami Hurricanes, who, by the way, play for a national championship tonight. Had you even considered that? Think about all the hours you've been awake today. How many hours
I have.
You've thought about it already?
Yeah, I have, because I was preparing for the radio show.
Preparing for the radio show?
Yeah, and it's on ESPN when I'm pulling it up and reading stuff. Yeah, it's...
You prepare for the radio show?
That was one of my resolutions, was to go back to really making sure I was at least somewhat prepared.
Yeah.
During football season, not really. Kind of know what we want to talk about. We got stuff. I do feel like I prepare through life, like throughout my days, of just like paying attention to everything. Like I'm pretty plugged in throughout the days, is what I'm saying.
Sure.
That I don't need to be like, I need to go study, because like I got a pretty good idea of stuff we see. I take screenshots. I read like in the moment. So like when I get off the air, up until like 6 or 7 o'clock, I'll still be like reading sports stuff and reading about stuff and trying to.
You keep bookmarks in your head.
Yeah, and I'm keeping a finger.
Oh, yes, Amber Rose, yes.
I'm keeping a finger on the pulse. Mm-hmm. But, like, I do want to go back to actually, like, going out and trying to, like, map stuff out, make sure I have what I need.
Having a little notebook with a spiral bound on the left side, and you flip the page, and then you lick your finger to get the tip of the page so you can flip it over, and then you have a nice ink pen.
To me, is kind of the start of the year, is the way I look at, like, Martin Luther King Day is kind of always the unofficial start to the year for me. Because, like, you get out of the holiday funk, then you get caught up from the holiday funk. But you're still a little tired. You're still drained. But, like, now there's no more excuses. Like, it's go time.
Yeah.
It's a good sprint for me, too, because it's usually, like, it's like 7-8 weeks before my birthday. So, like, I got, like, a kind of a goal to kind of try to lock into before then.
This is the time of the year that the Egyptians built the pyramids.
Exactly. And, all my resolutions are getting taken to where they need to be.
Yeah.
Starting today.
Okay. Well, Indiana plays Miami tonight for the national championship. And as someone who's been awake for about 3 hours, this is the first that I've thought about it, is right now, that the national championship game is tonight. Indiana is favored. They would be, did you know this, the first 16-0 team ever if they win?
Yeah. We said those were gone.
No.
Well, I mean, go ahead, Bubba. What about the Miami Dolphins?
The 1894 Yale team would like to, beg to differ.
Wow.
The 1894 Yale team can kiss my fat ass.
Take that, Bubba.
They didn't even let black people on the team back then, Bubba. Is that what you want to support on MLK Day?
Indiana has a white wide receiver.
A bunch of Ivy League nerds who were pro-segregation.
Well, Bubba, is that where you want to be when Jesus comes back?
Why don't you just go over to Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary and shake James Earl Ray's hand while you're at it?
What Yale team are you talking about, Bubba?
According to this ESPN article, the 1894 Yale team would not be the first team.
16-0. They also went 16-1 in 1989.
Did you know that James Earl Ray was housed at Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary just up the road?
I did know that.
Have you ever been through there?
No, I was having this conversation a couple weeks ago with Vols 1085 and RB.
Brushy Mountain. I go up Coalfield all the time. That's where Brushy Mountain is. It ain't far from there. I would like to go through. They don't open until April, but I'd like to go through there. I've never been.
Okay.
You want to go? A field trip? Sam? Bubba?
I got no interest in it, to be honest.
Okay.
They did paint a pretty good picture, Tim did, of basically the backside of the prison just being mountains.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. So I could kind of picture it. Because he was talking about how, was it James Earl Ray that escaped from there?
Yeah, he did back in the day.
He was gone for a while. I was like, he only got a mile. It was too hard to go anywhere. Like, he only got a mile down the road a little, so that's interesting. But I got no. Maybe they still do concerts there.
I think so. I think they have special events and stuff.
Maybe.
I drove up there.
I could be talked. I take it back. I said I have no interest.
Come on, let's go. We can stop at Big Ed's.
Yeah, I say I have
Bubba
no
can
interest,
do a
but
pizza review.
I actually do have interest. I do love that they have a 4.7 Google review.
Love this prison. Was housed here for 11 years. Treated me fine. It was Tennessee's first maximum security facility. Did you know that?
Yeah, I'm a little bit fascinated by it.
Yeah.
Not saying I'll go with you, but I'm open.
Okay, well, they open in April.
Now that I'm looking at the pictures of it, I get an idea of the layout. I'm good. I feel like I've seen it. Mountains behind it.
This checks out. You'd be the same way with Alcatraz, wouldn't you? It's just a building.
I've seen pictures of it.
That's a concrete building. Here's where James Earl Ray was first stabbed.
Honestly, I don't really have. Why would I want to see a prison? I got an idea of what it looks like inside.
Just
Bars.
to put yourself in those shoes.
I don't want to be in those shoes. That's scary. What if they lock us up and don't let us out?
I don't. Well, they do paranormal tours too.
Now, paranormal tours and like an overnight may be a little interesting, but I don't want to be haunted either.
Oh, did you hear that sound?
I'm gonna say no.
Look at the orbs.
You got anything else?
Tennessee got a quarterback.
All right, we'll do a big Rocky Top recap. We'll catch you up to speed on all the football happenings. We'll talk some basketball. Tennessee did get a quarterback. They got their linebacker back. We got some things to get into. Stick with us.
Streaming worldwide at fanrunradio.com and on the free Fan Run app. This is Big Orange Country's sports talk radio superstation, Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
For over 3 years, Crumble Cookies has served the Knoxville area. From Clinton Highway to Parkside Drive, even our friends out in Maryville have reached you, our fans, with the best cookies in the game. This fall, Crumble is gearing up for yet another fantastic season. Whether you're tailgating or looking for a pick-me-up after getting the kids from school, Crumble has you covered. Download the Crumble app to check out this week's rewards and features. And stop on by. Tell them Fan Run sent you, but don't miss the cookies.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game. Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Okay, so we really need uniforms and equipment for this season. Can I trust you with that? Cool, I'll just order them online. What? Yeah, I'm gonna hop online and I'm gonna get them ordered. Hold up, that's not a good idea. We shouldn't just spend money on some random online retailer, okay? I mean, it seems pretty convenient. Trust me, it's a terrible idea. Let me simplify this for you. SM Athletics. Okay, how do you pronounce it? SM Athletics? They're the go-to for uniforms and equipment, whether it's for universities, high schools, youth leagues, you name it. So why wouldn't you rather go with professionals who can guide us through the process, design the perfect uniforms, and deliver the best equipment? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. What's the name again? SM Athletics. Right. It's definitely smarter to go with a company that emphasizes customer service, fair pricing, and, of course, excellent products. Exactly. So, yeah, I guess it's settled then. For uniforms and equipment for all sports, it's SM Athletics.
At Knoxville Insurance Group, they understand the challenges many consumers face when searching for insurance coverage. That's why whether it's for you, your family, or your business, they create a coverage plan specifically for your unique needs. Knoxville Insurance Group is an independent firm, which means they aren't beholden to just one insurance company. They search multiple companies acting as your negotiator to find you the best possible policy and price. Start a quote in minutes at KnoxvilleInsuranceGroup.com or call them today at 865-694-9788.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Was that a horn? Something happened? Or are you just testing it out?
The Bills have fired Sean McDermott.
Well, way to go, Josh Allen. You cost your coach a job. Wonder if John Harbaugh wishes he would have waited a little bit.
You think Josh Allen cried in the postgame to like make up for all the heat that he would have gotten? Kind of like when certain athletes bring their kids to the podium in the postgame presser after they have a bad game so nobody can ask him any like pressing questions. I think he just started sobbing, being like, I can't handle the scrutiny. I'm just going to cry my way through this one.
I think he was legitimately sad. I think he looked sad on the bench. I thought he was like almost on tears on the bench, and then like
he knew this was his best shot.
Yeah, like and once Denver got that pass interference and got down, he kind of looked up and like I thought the tears were about to start coming then. So I do think he was legitimately sad. Do I think it helps to like go up there and cry? Like it helps kind of people not crush you? Sure, but I do think he was probably really sad and knows that like, man, that was my best shot. And I would say that like as an athlete or as a competitor or really in any walk of life, I don't think it's just sports. I think whenever like it kind of washes over you that maybe you just don't have what it takes, I think that hurts.
That was a tough realization moment for him, maybe.
Well, I'm not saying he's never going to win, but like, man, like if you couldn't win this year, yeah, like it does feel like it was wide open for him.
Looks like Sean McDermott has just taken a new job as the lead singer of a Smashing Pumpkins cover group. So congratulations to him. He will be Billy Corgan.
Go ahead. Finish with the Smashing Pumpkins thing. Go ahead.
Oh, no, that was it.
Yeah, okay.
He also looks like Bill Burr.
Well, yeah, but who looks like Billy Corgan? That whole thing. Where
the three of them.
Where they might be brothers.
Yeah.
Howie Mandel had a whole thing about it. But, like, I do feel like if you're a coaching candidate, the Bills' job probably is the most appealing now, right?
Yeah, you can go lose to the Chiefs in the AFC Championship most years.
Who knows? The Chiefs might not be back. So, like, yeah, I mean, like, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson getting new coaches is very interesting to me. Maybe we'll talk a little bit more about that in hour 3 headlines or something. But let's get to some Tennessee. I promised a Rocky Top recap. Let's run through some stuff that people need to know. Tennessee has a quarterback, as you talked about. I didn't like the phrasing. You weren't the only person that used it. But, you know, I saw 247 saying, the Vols finally get their quarterback out of the portal. William, our graphics guy, talking about, the quarterback room gets some depth, fire emoji. I'm like, I don't think this is the quarterback any of us wanted or was interested in over this weekend. But, yeah, Tennessee did at least add a live body. You have a third warm scholarship body with Ryan Staub, the Colorado transfer.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I mean that's the proper response there. You got the 80th best quarterback out of the portal, the 1370th best player. So like
you said he was a top 80 quarterback in the portal?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. He's in the top 80.
But I think by all accounts, he isn't coming here to try to play football. He's coming here to
hold a clipboard.
Yeah, be a part of a team. Maybe knock some bucket list stuff off. Like, Neyland Stadium, that's cool.
Run through the tee.
And I would imagine like try to get into coaching, like try to do that whole thing.
I bet he'll do a good job running through the tee.
I would imagine so, and it would probably be a lot cooler than hanging out at Colorado. But
yeah.
I kind of feel the same way about the guy from Colorado that Tennessee added in the wide receiver / cornerback room as well, as they got Isaiah Harge, who they're playing, who's being deemed as a dual threat guy, despite I don't know if either one is going to be good enough at an SEC level. They got him. He comes with a total of 5 catches for 37 yards and 14 tackles. So, again, I know they're trying to rate him as a dual threat guy. We'll see. Maybe he can get coached up. Maybe he can, develop somewhat or at least contribute somewhat. Maybe, if you tell me you play wide receiver and wide receiver and defense, hey, maybe you're a special teams guy. But that one didn't really move me either. Tennessee lands a safety, another body there, DJ Burks from App State, a local kid, a Maryville kid. Does that do anything for you?
Nope.
Nothing at all, despite the local tie?
Nope.
Okay.
I mean, did we know him coming out of high school? Was he a top prospect or anything, or just happened to go here?
I think he just happened to kind of be over here. I mean, he was a 3-star coming out of high school, but
Dennis Rogan.
I don't think he was a.
I cut off my caring about local ties at the airport at McGee Tyson. That's where I cut off. There's a circle around if a kid has local ties.
Okay.
I cut that off down right at
right
on Alcoa Highway, right around the Ruby Tuesdays where I cut it off.
All right. So far you don't really care about them, but
nobody yet.
Okay. They also got a freshman running back.
We need running back
from Tulane.
Okay, did he play?
Javin Gordon.
Did he play for Tulane?
He played.
Okay, in the playoff. He was a significant contributor, or what is he?
I'm going to guess no to not being a significant contributor, and I don't even know. Let's see here. I like how I have to do all this as if you don't have access to
6
doing the
attempts
same
for
things.
11 yards in the playoff game.
All right, so yeah, he got some playoff reps. I don't know at what point, if it was when the game was, completely over.
6 rushes for how many yards, Sam?
11.
Okay.
Yeah, he's bringing a 4 yards per carry average with him from Tulane.
Did he have any big games that you can tell there on the game log?
Against Memphis, 12 carries, 66 yards and a touchdown.
Okay.
Against Tulsa, 15 carries, 78 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Oh, wow. 3 touchdowns against Tulsa.
Against South Alabama, 15 carries for 80 yards. So, yeah, he did have at least some moments where he showed he could play some college football.
Okay.
And then also, maybe the biggest commitment, maybe the only one that actually plays a factor on this team this next season, you got the West Virginia offensive lineman, Donovan Haslam. And that was a guy, 6'3", 346 pounds, played left guard, left tackle, and right guard. So, he comes with a lot of experience. Over 1,200 career snaps, and like I said, played 3 positions last year. So, that seems like an important depth piece. Whenever he committed, he said, hey, I was told I could come here and compete for a starting job, and that's all I want. It's nothing given to him, nothing handed, but hey, I can come here, I can play. I'll try to work my way into the starting lineup. I'll work my way into some snaps.
Okay, you said 1,200. What'd you say? 1,200 snaps?
Over 1,200 career snaps. I don't know. It feels that's what our graphics team. That's what our social media coordinator put into the tweet to sell him. So, that could be. That's basically at least a season and a half of work.
That's a lot. 1,200 career snaps.
Well, I would say, starting lineman probably averages 70 a game.
So this guy's old.
He's got some experience.
Older than the trees.
So 70 a game for 12 games. That gets you to, 840. So, yeah, he'd basically have a season and a half of big-time, reps. So some experience. Okay. I think, with all due respect to the other guys and Javin Gordon, to me, the West Virginia Haslam, he's the only one that I think plays a factor on this team moving forward. At least that I'm penciling into being at least somewhat of a factor.
Especially with a name like that.
Sure.
You do need depth on your offensive line because you never know when a guy could go down. You got to have more than just a starting 5. And it sounds like he's versatile, having played guard and tackle.
Right.
You said. So you said he played right guard?
He played left guard, and left tackle.
Right guard, right tackle?
No.
Left
tackle.
Left guard, left tackle.
Yeah.
Right tackle. Right guard. You ever use right guard deodorant?
Sure, I have before.
It's like poor man's deodorant.
I'm a degree man.
Oh, me too. Yeah. Cool Blue.
Cool Rush.
Is it Cool Rush? I
think it's Cool Rush.
Okay. Yeah. Sometimes I just get the sport too, but
yeah.
I got to have the white stick. I don't do the blue gel. That makes my armpits have a rash.
And one of the biggest tidbits and news that came out of the Rocky Top weekend was we have a date of February 10th for a preliminary injunction for Joey Aguilar in his case. February 10th.
That's close to Valentine's Day.
That is accurate. That is close to Valentine's Day.
We're hoping Joey will be mine again.
At this point, I would say a lot of people are really, really hoping that Joey Aguilar can come back to school.
How do you think that changes our outlook? Probably from 7-5 to 9-3 possible.
In application, I don't know. In vibes and expectations, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like if George McIntyre comes back, or if George McIntyre is the starting quarterback as we head into the season, I'd say you'd have a lot of people thinking, 7-5's on the table. Let's hope we can go 8-4. If Joey Aguilar is clear and he's your starting quarterback, I think 9-3 kind of becomes the goal that everyone's kind of realistically shooting for.
gotta say, kind of not cool that our win expectation win number is going down one every year. Went from 10 to 9 to 8.
This one, I think you can just chalk up to the the extra SEC game. I think if we still had 8 conference games and one extra bought win, I think we'd still be looking at 8-4. Not that really makes things much better. I'm just saying, this would be an 8-4 type of goal if the schedule was still the same.
Well, you hope that Joey will get that year at this point.
I'd say there's few people in town that want it more than Sammy Boy does when it comes to Joey getting that extra year.
Yeah, he hates George McIntyre with a passion.
It's very weird. Is it like mid-state jealousy, Sam?
Did you guys have like a beef? Do you have like a girlfriend or something, and then it was his girlfriend, or you just don't like him?
It'd be a little weird.
No, I just like good football players, and I don't think he's one of them.
Quite a bit older.
Well, maybe Sam liked him young. Who knows?
Maybe George liked him old.
Maybe. Never know what happened.
They do have some beef, though.
Yeah.
Sam says it's as simple as he likes good football players.
And George ain't that. That's what he says.
I hope he is. Anything else from the weekend, Sam, that you noticed that we missed out there on our little recap? Other than the big news of last night, of course. The big news of last night, Aaron Carter returning. That was a little bit of a up and down roller coaster where he, says he's going to the draft. You're kind of like, okay, man, good luck, because I don't really feel like you're an NFL linebacker just yet. Definitely not on film, but hey, go on, knock yourself out. I get that football is a violent sport and you want to get to the NFL as soon as possible and make some money. I get it. Now, on the flip side, I think, I would
decision that lost the fan base.
What?
I feel like it was a decision that lost the fan base a little bit.
I don't think it lost the fan base. I mean, there's some fringe people, sure. I'm sure pissed Bubba off. But, I was going to say, you could probably come back as a good SEC player and make similar money. At least you can make some money compared to a 5th, 6th, 7th round pick. So I understand him coming back and saying, hey, I'm playing college football. But it looked like, hey, here we had his spot taken, right? We had a new guy come in that looked like was his replacement in Amari Campbell.
So now I say play them both.
It does feel like that's going to be an option. And, maybe with Carter, he's not a 3-down linebacker. In a perfect scenario, maybe he's a run-stopping specialist and a guy that plays 2 downs. But then when it's 3rd and long, let's get him off the field. Jim Knowles likes running a 4-2-5 defense, so he doesn't necessarily want a whole bunch of linebackers out there anyway. So, maybe he comes off the field and, is limited in pass coverage because he was quite limited in pass coverage.
That's what I was going to ask about. Do you have any intel on the new Penn State guy on if he's able to cover a pass?
It is expected that he can do so better than Carter.
I watched a film cut up on him this weekend, and he's nasty.
He covers passes.
And I liked that he was celebrating Carter coming back, saying he wanted to play with him. So that's good because it could be easy for him to be like, whoa, I don't want to come back, in here with the leader of the locker room at linebacker that I have to kind of compete with for that main, green helmet spot.
Am I crazy to say that, I think Carter isn't even, a guaranteed starter spot? I feel like he's maybe even a rotational guy with the young talent that you've got on this team with, Spillman and Perlotti and some of those guys that you've recruited. I don't think it's just a guarantee that Arian Carter is just a full-blown starter.
I won't call it a guarantee, but I'd be pretty surprised if he wasn't, at least at the start of the year. Now, does he get beat out? Sure. But, it felt like Josh Heupel really, really prioritized making sure Carter didn't leave. All the reports coming out of the weekend, Austin Price did a great job covering it for VolQuest, was pretty much that Heupel was spearheading this. And Heupel basically was we're not letting our defensive leader go. And I do like that from a just college fandom standpoint of hey, if you got a guy who has bled, sweat, sacrificed, and loves being at your school and loves being a Vol, and left it all out on the line. Carter wasn't great at times this year, but I don't think any of us ever questioned his desire his effort or his toughness. You know what I mean? Like he was out there playing on no feet. Like he couldn't feel his toes, or if he could feel them, they were hurt. You know what I mean? Like he played through some really bad turf toe and laid it out on the line. Now, it didn't always lead to the prettiest thing. I'm thinking of him getting juked out by, Mateer and Ty Simpson. But, like, he was out there trying, and it meant something to him. And he was a leader. And to me, that still matters. So, like, I do appreciate Heupel saying, hey, we're not letting this guy go. Like, he's too important to me. He's too important to the culture, yada, 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 whatever. Like, I'm not letting him go.
I think it's important to keep a culture guy, but if talent-wise a young player is better than Arian Carter, then I think it's foolish to just say, well, he likes Tennessee a lot, so let's keep him out there.
Well, I'm not saying he has to start, Sam. I'm saying I want him on the team.
Yeah.
I want him on the team, and I think all the things I said about the culture and everything, I think you could be a leader in the locker room without being out there every down.
That's what I'm saying, basically.
Yeah.
Like, I think he's a good guy to keep the culture on the defense and everything and keep this thing going, but I don't think you have to just pencil him in for every single snap.
Well, I don't think you have to pencil him in every single snap. I said I wouldn't be surprised if he was off the field on third downs, especially in passing downs. But, I would be surprised, Sam, if a guy was saying he wanted to come back and fix his NFL stock, that if you put him on the bench. Like if he wasn't at least getting the starts at the beginning of the year. That would surprise me. But no, I'm not expecting him to play every defensive snap.
He's going to play the majority of the game, though.
I would imagine so.
Yeah, he's one of your top. He's one of your top players. I mean, he just couldn't cover a pass.
And I don't know how much of him not being able to cover a pass last year was injury related or scheme related, because we were dropping back and had big cushions and lights leaving, zones open in the middle of the field. So, I don't know if Carter can be coached up. If he can get healthy and be coached up, maybe he can improve a little bit in that.
It ought to be a pretty good unit. I mean, everybody likes the Spillman guy, too. He's going to be a good player the next couple of years, I think. So
And people like Perlotti.
Yeah, Perlotti, too, yeah. I mean, it might keep T-Lander off the field.
T-Lander, you are now a special teams specialist, brother. And I think overall that's a win for the defense.
I think, positive spin on the team. I think if we get Joey back, this team has a chance to go to the playoffs, just because I expect the defense to be significantly better than it was last year. And I think we'll get back to playing like we did in 2024. But you got to have a quarterback who can run things efficiently. You can't just be out there with nobody.
Man. I'm not saying that playoff is out of the picture. It's just a little surprising to hear you say that.
I'm saying if you get Joey back and you can dumb down the offense a little bit and have him not take too many risks and just be a handoff merchant and
2024.
Not just a handoff merchant, but
2024.
Play conservatively again on offense and rely on a what should be a pretty good defense. That's kind of what I'm hoping for.
I'm not as high on the defense as everybody else is just yet.
Well, I need to see. I'm pretty high on the linebackers and what we've done in the secondary. I need to see what we got up front, though.
Yeah, I still think we need
meat.
We need to see one of the defensive tackles pop.
We need meat.
Either both Ethan Utley and Isaiah Campbell were big, highly rated prospects.
Well, let's hope they can play.
And they, they had some snaps as freshmen, but they need to pop, as sophomores. Like you got to grow up in a hurry. Like you guys are going to be big important pieces on this defense. You got Xavier Gillum up front too, the Penn State transfer.
Right.
That's a guy that should eat up some space and be pretty good. But like in terms of your older guys, like you got Nathan Robinson back and you got David Hobbs. So like you ain't got a lot of proven studs up front, but you got Gillum who should be able to play here. And then, the young guys, Campbell and Utley, both those guys should be factors, but that's still only 5 guys.
You don't have Amari Thomas and Omar Norman-Lott and Elijah Simmons, but you just need to have some meat. You need to have a couple of big guys you can keep rotating in and out of there who can fill those gaps.
You missed out on the Ohio State transfer. Was it Harris at cornerback? You missed out on him as he ends up going to Oregon. You had hoped maybe you could bring him in, but he said not He said not today, not coming to Tennessee. So like the cornerback position to me is a little bit of a question mark. You got Kayan Lee from Auburn, and you got Ty Redmond. Mm-hmm. Is that a good enough starting duo? I don't know. And then, you got the Kansas State guy, Quay Moss, at nickel. We'll see what he can do. And we'll see if these safeties, you got Metcalf from Michigan. You got Lane from Penn State. So, you got this Burks kid from Maryville / Appalachian State. And you got Farouk. So, the safeties should be better than they were last year.
I'm not fired up for Farouk. But
there's still enough question marks on the defense where I'm not ready to pencil them in as an elite unit just yet.
Well, you just hope that you can trust the transfer evaluations. That's the hope.
We'll continue the conversation on the other side. We'll get your thoughts. We'll check in with the freaks over on YouTube. Let us know what you think about the offseason overhaul. It looks like Tennessee, for the most part, finished. There's still some, ancillary pieces they're trying to get on board, but I don't think there's going to be any big dogs. I don't expect a Darian Mensah Hail Mary to come change your fortunes at quarterback, so you kind of know what you got. Let us know what you think. Stick with us. It's Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
North Knox Siding and Windows is a complete exterior home improvement company that can help you with all your home exterior needs. If your home needs new siding, windows, doors, gutters, handrails, a deck, or a new roof, then give my friends at North Knox Siding and Windows a call at 865-689-0505. You can also visit their showroom at 5618 North Broadway. Locally owned and operated and proudly serving all of Knoxville and the surrounding areas, North Knox Siding and Windows. Online at northknoxsidingandwindows.com.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Hey folks, if you're in need of a lawyer, you need to call my friend Jerry Givens. I've known Jerry since high school and can personally vouch for him. He's East Tennessee through and through, and if you're going through a divorce, bankruptcy, or a DUI case, you'll need someone you can trust on your side to help you navigate the local legal system. You can trust Jerry Givens. Call the law offices of Jerry Givens today at 865-801-9250 to schedule your free consultation. That's 801-9250.
I want you to love me.
Are you bought in on the defensive overhaul? Are you thinking playoffs like Cody? Only if Joey Aguilar can come back. What percentage of a chance would you give Tennessee to make a playoff if it is George McIntyre?
0.
I miss Harambe02 in the chat says Sam hates Arion Carter and GMAC. He truly hates the mid-state guys.
I don't hate Arion Carter. I just think we've got some guys that are a little bit more talented than him in that room.
I give it 15% before the season starts.
14%?
15, but either way. You can call it 14.
Okay. You'd be pretty chill Your chili would have some ice cubes in it if we rolled in with GMAC.
Yeah, just because of the schedule and the.
Okay, I think that's. I think that's how most of the fan base feels.
Now, if you were able to beat Georgia Tech and Texas, I'd be up to about 30%. And then you start winning a couple other games, we start feeling pretty good. Beat Alabama at home. Hell yeah, brother.
Charles writes in asking if we're going to bring in some more D linemen. Kevin says not impressed with our line of scrimmage guys at all. The first question, are we going to bring in more D linemen? I know we at least have some other guys lined up for visits. / we're just here visiting. There's a Florida transfer that was here.
Is it that big fat one?
No, I don't think it's the big fat one.
No.
No, I don't think it was him. So they are still kicking the tires on some guys. Now, again, I don't know if any of them are going to be impact guys.
What about
our line of scrimmage feels like it's, for the most part, pretty much locked in. Now, when Kevin says that he's not sold on our line of scrimmage guys, I don't feel that way about our offensive line. Do you feel that way about our offensive line, or is it just?
I feel like he was probably meaning the defense just because we were talking defense.
Okay.
Because, yeah, I think the offensive line is pretty damn good.
I think Lance Hurd is a significant loss. I don't know if Ori, I don't know if he'll be equal to or better than Lance Hurd. You might take a little step back there, but you'd think the rest of your guys would get better over the offseason.
David Sanders at left tackle should be better.
Mm-hmm.
So, here's the way I look at it. And you tell me if I'm off base, if I'm just being too much of a sunshine pumper, if you will. But, David Sanders is going to be better at left tackle. Whoever plays right tackle is going to be maybe in a better position than Sanders at right tackle, who was injured the first, half of the year.
As a true freshman.
Perry kind of playing out of position or having to kind of get moved around. And then, the right guard position, that got moved around whenever Perry got moved. So, that right side of the line might be a little bit more solidified if you have a, solidified starter and, Perry playing in position at right guard. Getting a full, off season to prepare for that.
As a unit, you should be better than you were last year. You
because of those things, right?
Well, yeah, and just the experience of bringing 4 out of 5 guys back, right?
When I look at that, losing Hurd, yeah, it wasn't ideal by any means, but I don't think it necessarily means our line is going to be worse, because I think Sanders is better at him, is going to be better than him at left tackle. At least I'm projecting that, with what we saw from Sanders, knowing his recruiting profile, knowing his body, knowing all those things.
I've always been a big believer in continuity and consistency on the O-line. Keeping all your guys together, even if a couple guys shift positions, that's okay. But just guys who have blocked together and been on the line together, that communication's there. They know what they're doing. Having 4 out of 5 back to me is a really big deal.
And then, of course, 3 of them being right there in the interior.
Yeah. You should be able to run left a lot next year with Sanders, Moe, and Satterwhite coming back there at center.
Pendleton.
Yeah,
Satterwhite's the one trolling us.
Satterwhite ditched us.
Yeah.
He told us to go to hell and went to LSU.
Pussy. LSU Tigers. Meow. You get it.
That left side line should be pretty good. And like I said, a full off season. If you can stay healthy, and I said we'll be healthy, but knock on wood, and you're hoping, because last year you did get kind of jumbled up right before the year, and I would like Perry to get a full off season at guard, and then either Ori Williams. There is some versatility. Maybe you still end up with Perry at right tackle. I know that's not necessarily the plan right now, but hey.
Yeah. We were pretty happy with it the first quarter of the season.
Yeah, but maybe that's the plan. It's hey, I don't know why we're necessarily penciling in Ori Williams, who hasn't really played football. He's got the body, but let's see. This could still end up with Jesse Perry at right tackle and this Donovan Haslam guy playing, right guard all of a sudden.
Well, there's nobody I trust to figure it out more than Glenn Ellerby. He's one of the top O-line coaches in America.
He's not bad at coaching other people's guys. It's just the guys he recruits and develops. That, maybe it doesn't have the greatest track record.
Heupel had an opportunity to make staff changes, right? We all were very happy with what he did with the the defense. And, you fire Tim Banks, you do what you got to do there. But this Buddy Ellerby he's had around for all these years. Sam Pittman just got fired at Arkansas. We could have brought him in.
Well, we don't know for sure we could have brought him in. No one hired him,
We could have
right?
called.
Well, no one hired him, right?
I would have hired him on the spot.
Yeah, I'm just saying nobody hired him, right? Like
nobody hired him.
But he might not want to be right back into coaching.
Yeah, maybe not. We should have called, though.
We don't know. You don't know that we didn't.
No, that's true. I don't know that.
Like he might just want to drink some cold beer and enjoy his buyout money. So I don't know if he wants to hop into getting back in there and just coaching big uglies.
He sure was good at it.
And I don't, Ellerby, like I said, he's not got the best track record in terms of recruiting offensive linemen and getting them ready to play. But the offensive line was good enough last year. He did get David Sanders.
I think we should feel as good about our O-line as we do anywhere. Like if you got to pick a position group you feel the best about for Tennessee, it should be the O-line.
I'm okay if your answer is wide receiver with Staley and Matthews, and then just, bringing in a really talented group of freshmen with some guys in year 2 that you hope at least one of them makes a leap with Smith and Radar.
Would you be surprised if, do you think Tristan Keys will get significant playing time? Would you be surprised if he's not on the field much?
I'd be surprised. Yeah, I'd definitely be surprised if he wasn't on the field much.
Yeah.
Now, the difference between much and significant, that's yet to be determined. Like, I don't know if he'll be starting as a true freshman. But I do think you have to keep in mind now, man, if guys don't get to play as freshmen, they're probably going to leave. And we invested too much money into recruiting these guys that you kind of need to get them out there and let them play. At least that's how I feel. And there's not a lot of competition, Like I said, it's Staley Matthews, okay, and then, Radar Jackson, Travis Smith Jr., Tyreek King. None of those guys have proven themselves, of course. So,
you got to have a nice rotation there with the young players.
Well, we don't really rotate too much at wide receiver, but
I know,
you gotta find the best 3 at least.
Well, Staley and Matthews are going to be out there.
Sure.
So you've only got really one more spot open for a receiver if you're running a set with a tight end,
It's up to Keys early on to grab the spot, but I do think he'll get some chances. Hour 2 in the books. We'll kick off hour 3 with some headlines. We got some Tennessee basketball to get to. We've put it off long enough. Stick with us.
Check out our new and improved website at fanrunradio.com.
We make it easy to save money. Get access to thousands of discounts on shopping, dining, and travel with the C&B Plus Perks account. It's a powerful new way to save money with roadside assistance, cell phone protection, identity theft protection, and credit monitoring. Banking at C&B has its perks. Call or stop by a branch for more details.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
The best athletes don't just play the game, they change it. When it comes to investing, GainBridge is doing the same. Their online platform does things differently because it's designed to put you in charge of growing your own savings. It's intuitive, it's easy, and best of all, it's on your terms. No wonder GainBridge has earned the trust of 40% repeat customers. It's a better way to invest because it's investing your way. Get started today at GainBridge.io.
Your smile says it all, so make sure it's saying the right thing. At Knoxville Smiles, we believe healthy teeth mean happy lives. Whether it's a routine cleaning, whitening for that big event, or fixing a nagging toothache, our gentle team is here for you. With flexible hours, family-friendly care, and the latest technology, Knoxville Smiles makes every visit stress-free. Don't wait another day to love your smile. Call Knoxville Smiles today at 865-539-1776 or book online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Yeehaw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine, live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-88-99789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Round 3.
The world's greatest radio show. The world's greatest radio show in Tennessee.
Power rankings, Tuesday trivia. John Reed and Cody going wild, no Olivia. Wood grain on my leather seats. I got the whole team eating like I'm Johnny Eats. Morning booming from 7 to 10, ayy. Talk sports while I'm chewing a Zen, ayy. Talk sports while I'm riding to work. All the ops take a ride in a hearse. East Knoxville, ayy. Morning booming from 7 to 10, ayy.
Hour number 3 kicking off here in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Let's keep the vibes high. Hour 3 headlines. What you got, Big Mike?
All right, thank you, John. On 3 Sports has put out their way too early college football top 25. They said, we're going to get ahead of everybody. We're not even going to wait for the national championship game to be over with. We're putting it out Monday morning. College football top 25 for 2026. Care to know the top 5?
Sam, have you seen it yet?
PKs?
He said he saw it.
Yeah, I have seen this before.
Yeah, I just looked at it too.
Looked at it in the break.
Bubba, you want to play PKs?
Bubba, you looked at it?
Against me?
I have not.
All right, Bubba versus Cody. PKs, top 10. What do you got? Go first, Bubba.
Well, this is Cody. I feel like Cody's already looked at it, though.
I'm looking at it right now.
You better go 5 for 5 then, Bubba.
What the hell-y?
You just play against yourself. Name teams until you miss.
I'm sure Bubba's used to playing with himself.
Whoa! Now that's out of line. You just say teams till you miss
Bubba,
one.
you don't have any siblings, do you? Or do you?
Somehow this got weirder.
Yeah. I don't know if I've ever asked you that.
I do.
Okay. Did I know that? Have we ever talked about it?
I don't know.
Did you know he had siblings, Sam?
I didn't.
Cody, did you know he had siblings?
No.
I've been sitting here with this guy for a year, and I never asked you if you had siblings. What
you
a
have like
jackass I am.
A brother or a sister?
I have both.
You have 2 siblings?
I've got 3, actually.
How old?
I'm the youngest. One of them is 30. The other one's like 37, and the other one's in her 40s.
Okay, maybe that's why. Because they're not like, okay.
Are their names Bobo and Baba?
No.
Do you want to guess the top 5 teams in college football? Or top 10?
No, I don't.
Okay.
You don't want to play with me?
No.
We've done pissed Bubba off.
Okay. Well, Ohio State's number 1.
Ohio State's number 1. Okay. That's a little surprising, but I guess it's not.
Georgia is number 2. Texas, number 3. Notre Dame, number 4.
Okay, so Notre Dame, we didn't talk about them. You know, I laid out what I thought the top 5 or top 6 was going to look like in the preseason. I put Texas Tech in there and not Notre Dame.
They didn't even make a bowl game, Notre Dame. Number 5, Indiana.
Yeah.
Kurt Signetti. Yeah. Number 6, Oregon.
Okay.
Oregon. Number 7, Texas Tech. Number 8, Texas A&M. A lot of oil money here in the top 10.
SMU, number 9.
No, it's Miami. And number 10, the Oklahoma Sooners. Then you got Michigan 11, LSU 12, BYU 13, Penn State 14, Ole Miss 15, Utah 16. You got to go all the way down to number 17 to get the Alabama Crimson Tide. Number 17.
That's got to be the lowest they've been ranked in the preseason since,
2006. I don't know.
06 or 07, right?
Yeah, 06, 07. Washington, USC, and then coming in inside the top 20, your Tennessee Volunteers. How about that? Good old Rocky Top, right at number 20. Then we have Iowa, Houston, Virginia Tech, the Florida Gators for some reason, and Arizona.
So Florida's coming in ranked in the top 25?
For some reason. I don't know why they put that together, but they did. They're not going to be a top 25 team in year one, right? The Florida Gators? Wouldn't think so, but anyway.
So Tennessee came in ranked at number 22, you said?
No, number 20.
Number 20, okay.
Right
top 20 Vols.
Yeah. Just behind Alabama. And if you look at the SEC, we're ranked pretty high. We are the 8th ranked SEC team. So,
right smack dab in the middle.
Pretty good.
Tennessee preseason top 20. Too high, too low, just right, Goldilocks.
Just right.
Sam? Banana Boy?
Banana Sam.
Too high.
Hater.
Bubba the Love Sponge?
Gimmick infringement. Also too high.
Yeah, I pivoted. I was trying to think of what I could go with, and I was about to go with Bubba the Love Blob, but I was like, that's way too mean, and Bubba's not a blob. Bubba's actually low-key stout. So I was like, I'll just switch it to Gimp, but then I went with Sponge. Is there something you would prefer to be, Bubba the Love blank? Because I don't like Blob, but again, that's where my mind went.
A love maker.
Bubba the Love Maker? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Bubba the Love Maker, you say it's just right?
No, too high.
Too high? Okay. It's nice to not see like South Carolina and like Missouri in here at least.
Right, yeah. Is it too high when you consider that Tennessee is the 13th most valuable college football team, worth more than $1 billion? Says the Wall Street Journal.
Well, I'd say it'd be about 7 spots too low then.
We are the 13th most valuable college football team, coming in at over $1 billion worth.
You seen this list?
Yeah, a lot of oil money.
Sam, Bubba. All right, we can do a PK here.
You want to just
Go ahead
do
and
SEC teams or
swallow up the banana? No, we can just do top 10.
National teams? Okay, here we go.
10.
Here we go, fellas. The Wall Street Journal college football teams most worth teams, highest worth teams.
Highest evaluations. I'll go first, I guess.
Oh, you're going?
Yeah, me versus Sam.
Why not can't Bubba play?
Okay, Bubba versus Sam.
No,
Bubba,
how
go
about
ahead.
you against both? P team versus you.
Okay, fine. I'll go first then, definitely. Texas.
They come in at number 1, a value of over $2 billion.
You thinking like the Dallas Cowboys here, or
Ohio State?
Ohio State is number 3 on the list, a value of $1.5 billion.
So I get an extra point, right, for getting the highest available answer? That's how we play, right?
I don't think you get an extra point.
Yeah, a tiebreaker at least. We're just doing top 10. I feel like Notre Dame has to be in there.
Okay, you guys' strategy's appalling to me so far, but yeah, Notre Dame's number 6 at $1.4 billion.
The P team goes silent.
do we have to do the obvious answer here?
Go for it.
Alabama.
Alabama's number 9.
Oh, very
Barely.
close.
I thought they would be a little lower.
Barely hanging on in the top 10.
Very close. What does that sound? What does that face? What are you doing?
The old Cam Ward stinky face.
Oh, well, I didn't see you covering your nose, so I wasn't sure. All I saw was you just waving side to side at me. Number 2 for me, give me Michigan.
Michigan is not number 2, but they are number 5.
They'd be on.
God.
Michigan is in the top 10.
You gave me a fright.
I know. Yeah, I did that as a kind of a goof.
You gave me a fright.
Yeah. All right, you guys are 4 for 4.
Georgia?
Damn.
Georgia is number 7 on the list. Great guess,
Who
Sam.
the hell is number 2? Number 2 hasn't been guessed yet, right?
Not yet.
Who the hell is number 2?
You guys have 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9.
Number 2. This is going to be an X. Give me Oregon.
No.
Are they in the top 10?
No.
Really?
In fact, Oregon is all the way down at number 19.
Yeah, that's a bad guess.
Not even worth $1 billion.
Phil Knight's pumped in $1 billion. Oh, God.
That's not all he's pumped in his life.
All right.
What else has he pumped?
Let's go.
Is
Yes.
Penn State on there?
Damn it.
Penn State is number 8 on the list.
Damn it. Another terrible guess coming your way. Get me Oklahoma.
Number 11.
Let's go LSU.
LSU, number 4.
You guys won. Congrats.
I
Who's
think
number
the
2?
boys got you. I was surprised. I guess you guys didn't hear my hint. I said a lot of oil money up at the top here.
Tech?
Texas A&M.
Yeah, I thought about God damn it. Let's run through the top 10 now that I've embarrassed myself.
Number
and brought
1,
shame to my
Texas,
family.
with a valuation of nearly $2.2 billion. That is more than double Tennessee's valuation, and it's significantly more than second place. A&M comes in at 1.5, number 2. Then you got Ohio State, LSU, Michigan, Notre Dame, Georgia, Penn State, Alabama, Nebraska at number 10. And you said Nebraska was losers now last week, remember?
They are.
They're still the 10th most valuable college football
Well, what
team.
the hell does that even mean?
I don't know.
There's just nothing to do in Nebraska, so they can sell their stadium out every week because everyone's like, oh, well, we got nothing to do on Saturday. Let's go to the Nebraska football game.
Yeah, but the idea I thought that they were going for, maybe I misunderstood the exercise, but they did it last year. The idea that they're trying to go for is like, what would these teams sell for? Like if they were actually like on the market like an NBA team or an NFL team.
I mean, Warren Buffett lives there, right?
He lives in Nebraska?
Omaha.
Yeah.
I don't know if that I don't think that really has anything to do
Yeah,
with
it doesn't have anything to do with it. No one if you were just auctioning off these programs, there's no way in hell you could convince me Nebraska to get the 10th most money. I'm sorry.
You wouldn't pay $1.2 billion for Nebraska?
No, like USC would be higher than them. Like where's USC at on the list?
16th.
USC would definitely sell for more money. So like I said, maybe I misunderstood what they were going for here.
Just outside the top 10, Oklahoma's 11th, Washington's 12th, Tennessee's 13th. We are ahead of Auburn and Iowa, and that is the cutoff for the teams worth $1 billion.
Sorry, I wasn't. Did you just say Auburn and Iowa are worth more than us?
No, they're right behind us.
Okay. Yeah, they're 14th and 15th.
That was going to be embarrassing.
But after number 15 is the cutoff of $1 billion. Then you get down to USC, merely worth $999 million.
According to Diana Rossini, Buffalo's head coach, there's a name that keeps popping up. Brian Daboll. That's Josh Allen's boy.
I wouldn't be too excited.
That would be interesting if he went from getting fired with the Giants to getting to coach Josh Allen.
They should have fired the GM and not McDermott, I think. I think they've had some awful draft classes the last few years.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's I don't think either one of them should have been safe, but I have no problem with them firing McDermott.
CNBC.
He almost got fired last year. You know what I mean? Like he's been on borrowed time. 98 and 50 record, though, is pretty damn stout.
I know, like at some point, they're saying like, well, Josh Allen doesn't have any help. Well, I mean, that's why you went out and you drafted Keon Coleman. Like you're screwing yourself. You don't have any guys to go out there and surround himself with because you're so bad at drafting.
Well, and the GM is on record with a really bad quote about how he called in that Buffalo sports radio and was bitching at them and said, like, you guys just keep talking about how we don't have wide receivers and yada, 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 and we don't need them. And then, like, it always turns out they get to the end of the year and they don't have any wide receivers. Like, it was an interception.
But you're relying on Brandon Cooks.
But you're throwing the ball deep down the field to Brandon Cooks. You know what I mean? Like, Brandon Cooks tried to make a great play on it. Like, Brandon Cooks did have come through with some big moments, including the big fourth down against Jacksonville. But, like, hey, I would say 90% of NFL fans didn't even know Brandon Cooks was still in the league like 2 months ago. And he's your go-to wide receiver. Keon Coleman, very clearly a bust. You were trotting out Gabe Davis's corpse before he tore his ACL. Like, you do need some wide receiver help. And maybe Josh Allen wouldn't have to feel like he had to go Superman if he had some reliable wide receivers. It's a bad sign when he would look at like what's in New England and be like, man, I'd really kill for Diggs and Kayshon Boutte. Those guys are great. Which, funny enough, he had Diggs and they let him go. But
Diggs and Boutte.
It was very jarring seeing Cardi B post a video taunting everybody for hating the Patriots. Everybody that picked against the Patriots, okay, we're here.
You think Diggs and Boutte sit together on the sideline? Do you trust CNBC more or less than the Wall Street Journal? Because they have Tennessee as the number 4 most valuable SEC team, ahead of Alabama.
Is that for football or just all the athletic departments?
Athletic department.
Well,
yeah, so I guess that's a different list.
Yeah, they're doing different lists. They were doing just football.
Yeah, okay. So athletic department number
Turns
4.
out I shouldn't trust you, the newsman.
As it turns out, that's right. But I can tell you with certainty today is Dolly Parton's birthday.
Happy birthday, Dolly.
Happy birthday to Dolly Parton.
How old is
Tennessee
Dolly?
legend.
70?
I'm going to guess 80 by now.
Yeah?
That's going to be my guess is 80 on the dot.
Yeah, but honestly, I might even go 81.
78.
Just to Price is Right.
80
really?
on the dot.
80 on the dot. Wow, you can trust me. Lane Kiffin says he loves Tony Vitello.
Can you stop giving me Lane Kiffin news?
I do it because I know you hate it.
Okay, well, fair enough.
And there's a tie to us with Vitello. The San Francisco Giants tweeted out, come say hi to Tony V tomorrow in San Jose. And Lane Kiffin said, love some Tony V, to which LSU fans were not happy.
Tony was doing his same damn act, and maybe it's just who he is, but it hurt because I watched it and it just seemed like everything he did here in Knoxville.
What hurts?
Family,
the
loyalty,
most.
all that stuff, you know.
Authentic.
Yeah.
Did you know Rascal Flatts was at the arena Friday?
I do know.
Did you go?
No,
Yeah.
but I knew some people that went.
What are they doing now? Praying?
Madison went. That works here?
That checks out. The Lady Vols, by the way, are 5-0 in conference play.
Lady Vols, stock up. Men Vols, stock down. Men basketball, stock down. We'll dive into that next. Shout out to Kim and the girls. They keep winning. Finally beat a ranked opponent, too, on the road. That was a nice win. Alabama was ranked. They hadn't really played anybody before then. Basketball team, Rick Barnes. Oh, boy. We'll dive into it. Stick with us.
For the fans, by the fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Hey Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Yeah, it's another day, but what kind of day is it really? A day of doom scrolling? Laundry day? Nah, it's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold way filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. So grab a pack, grab your friends. Make the most of each day with those who matter most. When you're together with White Claw, every day is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You just gotta grab it. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Yeehaw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine. Live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-8899-789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet. Tennessee basketball. Oh, boy. Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh, geez. What a bad loss that was. Rick Barnes can't beat Kentucky in Knoxville. Mark Pope and Kentucky just finds a way to shoot the lights out against us in the regular season. And we just kind of collapsed. Saturday was ugly, man. Saturday was about as bad of a loss as Rick Barnes in Tennessee has had in recent memory.
Yeah, I was going to say that's one of those that makes me like I can tell it's a bad loss when I become apathetic about the entire team. And I don't like that feeling. I don't like feeling that way. But it was the type of loss where I'm just like, whatever. Screw these guys. I don't want to watch anymore. And, like, I know I'm still going to watch. Like, I'm going to show up for the next game. I'll be there. But it was the kind of loss that gives you that feeling, at least in the moment, of like, what's the point, you know? I hate those losses. You blew a 17-point lead. Looked like you were going to come out and run them out of the building. I said, all right, hell yeah, let's go, boys. And then they did just what they did against LSU the game before.
Yeah, if I was a Kentucky fan, I'd feel pretty good right now. I'd feel like my team was at least tough mentally. Like they could have easily have quit the last week or so. Instead, they came out and got two big come-from-behind victories.
Cardiac cats, they're calling them.
Yeah, and if you're that's a pretty cool feeling with your team when you feel like you just never say die when you fall behind. You're like, we got them right where we want them. Good for them. Yeah, that's cool. For me, Tennessee, like, that was brutal, and you could point to a couple of different things. Like, I still hate that Rick Barnes, despite him making good strides in terms of not being super stubborn, the fact that he still ranks at the bottom in the country of two foul participation in the first half, that's such a killer. And when he put Jacoby Gillespie on the bench with 6 minutes left, like, it just kind of took you out of your vibe. You had a chance to bury him. You let him kind of hang around. It just kind of took Tennessee out of its rhythm. I hate that he does that.
That's one of those stubborn old man things, isn't it? He's been doing that for 40 years, and he's not going to change it.
But even with that being said, you know, that's something that drew my ire just during the game. It really annoyed me. And it's one of the things that, like, led to Ethan Berg all of a sudden being in the game. And I'm like, why the hell is Ethan Berg in the game? This guy can't play. And it did kind of ruin the vibes. With that being said, you're still up 11 at halftime. and you come out in the first minute or so, and you even extend the lead a little bit. You didn't lose the game because of the first half fouling out of Jacoby Gillespie. You lost the game because down the stretch you couldn't get a stop. The defense absolutely cratered. The defense is bad. The defense is bad, and the defense was bad. You couldn't get a stop in the second half when you had to.
Statistically, isn't the defense still good, though? Which is weird because it doesn't feel like they're nearly as good as they have been last several years.
Statistically, they might be. But Ryan Shumpert from Rocky Top Insider had this. Ryan's my boy. He does a good job covering the basketball team. Me and him are usually in lockstep with what we see and how we feel. He had these stats that kind of put it into perspective, Cody. The second half, not only did you give up 49 points in 20 minutes, 1.58 points per possession, you gave up 13 offensive rebounds. That led to 17 second chance points. You only forced one turnover. You allowed them to score on 71% of their possessions. But maybe the most damning thing for me is you only got consecutive stops once in the last 19 minutes of the game, meaning that you strung together 2 stops in a row.
Yeah. You let Kentucky look like the damn 96 Bulls out there in the second half.
Well, I don't even know if I'd call it the 96 Bulls. I'd call it like the bad boy Pistons or maybe just the Pistons that won in 04.
01 Lakers. Any team you want to throw out there, you can.
I'm trying to think because what I was going to say is not so much that they were great.
Yeah, 2012 Heat.
Well, no, yeah, I'm not looking for a great team. I'm looking for a team that was just super scrappy, that wanted it more, that played tough. So that's why I went with
2019 Raptors.
That's maybe them. But that's why I went with the Bad Boys Pistons because it felt to me that Kentucky got to every loose ball in the second half.
67 Celtics.
Yeah, that team's probably it. That team got to every loose ball, but there were 21 rebounding opportunities off of Kentucky missed shots in the second half. So Kentucky missed 21 shots in the second half.
What was the kid's name? He hit 4 threes.
Well, hold on. Because they missed 21 shots. Kentucky got the offensive rebound on 13 of those, which is an absolutely abysmal number.
Well, we're supposed to be good at rebounding.
Right, exactly. And we basically gave up, give or take. We'll just call it 60%. I was going to say you gave up 2/3, but we'll just call it 60%. 60% of the misses ended up as Kentucky rebounds.
Now, is that because we didn't have enough big men on the floor? Why did that happen?
No, because we got out-rebounded when we had the big men out there. We actually ditched the 2 bigs because of the way they were getting kind of beat up. 62% of Kentucky misses in the second half ended up being rebounded by them, including, Cody, to me maybe the most maddening, which was Jalen Carey giving up the offensive rebound on the missed free throw. That final minute was about as bad as it gets in terms of a basketball game.
He got shoved out of the way.
Well, he got shoved out of the way, but Jacoby Gillespie, not only does he miss a free throw that could have had you up 3 with a minute left, 1:17 left. If you make that free throw, you're up 3. I think everyone breathes okay. Hey, worst they could do is tie us. Gillespie misses a free throw. And then coming out of a timeout with 50 seconds left, up 1, coming out of a timeout, he has one of the worst passes you'll ever see. That was completely telegraphed. That you had the Kentucky guys saying, "Nope, we knew what they were going to play. We knew what play they were going to run, and we also heard them talk about it. So I knew what to do." So you have,
talking about when the white kid intercepted the ball.
Yep, I'm talking about when Colin Chandler steals the ball, passes up to Owe.
That was sick. It was a lazy pass by Gillespie.
It was lazy. It was telegraphed, and then also Jacoby Gillespie compounds the problem by fouling with one of the weakest fouls you'll ever see. If you're going to foul, go up and just make sure you're not letting the guy finish.
Knock the hell out of him.
Otherwise, get the hell out of the way. Well, I don't want you to knock the hell out of him because I don't want a flagrant foul.
Make him regret taking the shot.
No, because I don't want a flagrant foul there.
End his career.
No, I don't want a flagrant foul there. But you can't allow them just to go up and lay it in and you give them an and one. You at least got to hit the arms and break it up, or you give them the layup and get out of the way. You can't do what Gillespie did, which was give them an and one. But like I said, you missed the free throw there. Kentucky did. But it didn't matter because Jalen Carey gave up an offensive rebound. They ended up getting a layup off of it to go up 3.
Now, is it legal to do what that Kentucky player did and just shove his ass out of the way? Like, did you go back? Did you watch that play? The Kentucky guy just jammed his shoulder into him and literally just knocked him back. Would they not call a foul? Is that not too aggressive the way he did? Did you see it? Are you
You're talking
familiar?
about Kentucky's free offensive rebound?
Are you talking the last play of the game where Carey got the rebound but didn't get it up in time?
Yeah, which one are you talking about?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I mean, I saw that. I don't know. I think there's physical play down low.
That was pretty aggressive, though.
I also thought Carey got the foul that I remember on that play. It was after the clock. Like, it was when he was under the goal and the time had kind of expired. But maybe I didn't watch that one close enough because I was so mad. And then watching the fracas, the brouhaha that happened afterwards, I didn't really go back and dissect that rebound. I was talking about the one we gave up on the other side when we were trying to get the defensive rebound.
Different play.
And he gave up an offensive rebound.
For all the talk about Tennessee as a rebounding team, like, they're not a good defensive rebounding team. They're 107th in the country in defensive rebounding. We're just the best offensive rebounding team in the country.
Okay.
So we're not good on the defensive boards. We get stuck on switches way too much. We don't have good matchups in terms of that. You've got big men trying to box out a guard, all that type of stuff. We're not a good defensive rebounding team right now.
We got bullied.
Yeah.
We got bullied by Kentucky. They wanted it more. And look, I mean, I appreciate what Rick Barnes does after those games sometimes, and I appreciate that he's trying to get through to his team and while also putting up his his two of his favorites. But like the whole Zakai Jamai thing after the game, that's cool, but at the same time, like, those guys are gone. We got to coach the team we got. We got to coach a little bit differently.
What did he say?
He just said, like, the guys we had here in the past, Jamai and Zakai, they don't lose this game. They wanted it more. They would have found a way to win, and our guys don't.
Disagree with that statement. They could never win big, meaningful games.
They went to 2 Elite Eights. They won a lot of big games. Don't be disrespectful.
They have nothing to show for it.
They got an SEC championship. They got, again, back-to-back Elite Eights. They got something to show for.
They beat some number 1 teams at home too.
We're not gonna put down
they won some
Jamai
pretty big games
and Zakai. We're not gonna do that, Bubba.
If you want to put down John Fulkerson, maybe that'd be a better. I don't know why, but
no, they didn't really beat Kentucky and Knoxville, so I will say that. But like he was saying, hey, those guys didn't blow 17-point leads. That basically just came down to effort.
Well, Nate Ament said after the game that they didn't give good enough effort.
Well,
and I was like, okay, why not?
Well, like,
just like
all of that's fine and dandy, and like
because we grew up on Tuesday. We grew up Tuesday. Remember that?
Yeah.
And now we've regressed. That's
when
the
you
thing.
average 13 turnovers a game and you're one of the worst free throw shooting teams in the conference. It doesn't matter what lineup you roll out or how hard you play. Those are just little things that are going to continue to make you lose games.
Those two things do seem to be a trend.
Well, Gillespie, it's crazy because you had a Tennessee team that was nails down the stretch from the free throw line against Houston.
Throw that out. That's an outlier.
Well, no, I know, but I'm saying now, like, whenever they're shooting free throws, I don't have any confidence in it. Like, you had 2 guys go 50% against Texas A&M. You had Jacoby Gillespie, who's supposed to be the guy you want with your, with the ball at the end shooting free throws. He goes 1 for 2. Like, that is maddening. And I think it wasted an awesome second half from Nate Ament. Like, Gillespie was awesome in the first half. Nate was awesome in the second half. The two of those guys, a little uneven as they didn't play great in the other halves, but I thought both those guys played well. Nobody else really gave them any help. I'll give Amari Evans a pass. He gave you 8 points off the bench in 16 minutes. He played pretty well. He just can't quit fouling.
That one kid from Kentucky just killed us too. Who was the guy who hit all the threes?
You're talking about, Jasper Johnson hit him on the first half.
Not him. The guy that hit him in the second half.
Aberdeen was awesome in the second half. He
hurt us pretty bad.
He was pretty mid in the first half, but he dominated the second half. And, that guy's a winner. And maybe Kentucky's the one growing up. Maybe they're the ones that want it more, which that's not supposed to be the way that rivalry works. Like
it's so annoying about college basketball because on Tuesday we grew up, and then on Saturday we went backwards. It's like
I think on Tuesday, like A&M just kind of ran out of gas because they don't have enough depth and they play a crazy system. Like I think that's really what happened. And Tennessee made enough plays down that game. But like I said, they should have lost the game at the free throw line when Nate Ament, went 1 of 2. But we got lucky that Bishop Boswell got a rebound and then he got fouled. But then he went 1 of 2. And, then we got lucky that they called the second one, out of bounds in our favor when it probably should have been A&M ball. Like, we were kind of fortunate to win that game. But then, looking at this one, you gagged. And, like, Rick Barnes loves him some Jalen Carey. Like, I don't want, like, to me, Jalen Carey, you shouldn't have 12 field goal attempts while Nate Amon has 7. And I know Nate had a couple, that were field goal attempts that got, didn't count because of fouls. He was awesome drawing fouls in the second half. I maybe want, more field goal attempts for my 5-star. That's a mismatch problem versus trying to force feed the post when it wasn't working. It's one thing if Carey's got it going. It's another thing if he's like, I want to say he hit like 2 of his first 3 shots, which means that he was basically 1 of 10 down the stretch. It felt like 1 of 9 down the stretch. Like that was just ugly to watch. All around, just ugly, ugly, ugly. And one more thing, like I think Tennessee's a really good team when they have a 2-guard. And by that I mean when Bishop Boswell plays like he deserves to be in the SEC as a rotation player. I think Tennessee's pretty good. But when he plays like he did on Saturday, I think that's when Tennessee runs into problems. And he was awful on Saturday.
Are you saying Russell Smith was right?
What did Russell Smith say?
That we're a shooter away?
No, I don't even think he has to be a shooter. I just think he has to be somebody that could get you more than 4 points. Like, Russell Smith wants a shooter, and that's easy to say. But like
just a solid 2-guard.
Well, yeah, if you had a solid 2-guard, but I was going to say like Jemiah Mashak can't shoot.
No, but he was the best defender in the country.
Right, but he could do other things. Like, I'm not asking Boswell to come down there and hit a couple threes, but like you got to find a way to contribute some points. Against A&M, it was get to the free throw line, and like I'd be fine if Boswell was giving you 10 points if 6 of them came from the free throw line. I don't need him to stretch the floor and be a 3-point shooter. I need my guys to contribute something, though, offensively.
You don't have to have Ray Allen out there.
Well, especially if Boswell's getting his ass whipped on the other end. Like, I know he's not Mashak. I'm not asking him to be, but, like, on the games when Mashak had 4 points, you could look up, and the chances were he shut the other 2-guard down, whereas in this situation, Boswell gave you 4 points, and also Aberdeen whipped your ass in the second half.
Yeah.
So
you can't have both.
You got completely dominated at the 2-guard position, and, I think if you asked Rick Barnes – he would acknowledge that their strategy in the portal didn't work out. They tried to go out and get an impact 2-guard, like a big-time 2-guard.
Should have paid for him.
That, or I think they would have been better off, or at least more realistically better off, just going for a good 2-guard, like a solid guy that could just be a rotational player at least, or somebody that can contribute, because we came into the season and it's Boswell's our best case. And then if he's not on, we're kind of screwed, because it's true freshman Troy Henderson, who was no disrespect to him, I think he's going to have a really good career here, but he was like a throw-in, in this recruiting class. He was
that
not
ain't the guy you want trying to take a game-winning shot.
Right, but to his credit, like the ball got to him and no one else had shot it. Like he had to shoot the one at the end to try to tie it because the ball, he had like 5 seconds left. You had to take the shot, but Abram, Henderson, Berg, Boswell, like all 4 of those guys. You could take the best attribute of all 4 of them, and you would barely get a good SEC starter. If you combined all 4 of them, like you'd barely get a good SEC starter.
That's what I've been feeling most of the season is just, the old cliche, like the teams that win in March have got great guard play. You always hear that, and we just don't have that.
Well, Gillespie ain't been great either.
It's tough watching this Duke Miles kid that you had on campus go to Vanderbilt and average 17 points a game.
Yeah. And if you had prioritized him, you probably could have gotten him.
Yeah, but, hey, the ladies, they didn't even let Alabama sniff that fourth quarter yesterday. I mean, they put it on them and overwhelmed them in the fourth and would not let them back in the game. So good for them. I mean, at least we got a basketball team that we can support.
You built your whole roster around your front court, and they combined for 15 points in the game. Like, I think this staff was really betting on a big offensive leap from Felix Okpara, and you're just not going to get it.
I think we lost to Houston, and Barnes was like, we need to do what they're doing, but we don't have those same kind of players.
Well,
and they had guard play, too.
Well, I was going to say, Houston, I think Houston punked us last year and we wanted to get more physical, but Houston doesn't punk you with center play. They punk you with a lot of like power forwards and small forwards who are just long and athletic, and like they're not necessarily dumping the ball into the post.
They're not Purdue.
Yeah, they're not dumping the ball and saying, "Hey, here you go, Jalen Carey, post up 10 times a game. Hey, Akpara, here's you 3 post ups."
Yeah, but they got those big physical.
Oh, sure.
Those big Texas boys.
Sure.
They just grow them right in their backyard too.
But it's not just standard post play, and I don't know if I could say that he built it around the front court, Sam. I don't know if that's fair, because I do think he thought that maybe the 1-2 punch of Amon and Gillespie would carry the offense, and neither one of those guys have been good enough to do that offensively consistently. Like, I'm not giving up on either one of them, but like so far through 18 games, very rarely has it felt like Gillespie and Amon are clicking at the same time.
Not a lot of rhythm. No rhythm.
I think that's what the offense was. I think that's what the team was built around. Now, I do think they, tried to subsidize it with a dominant front court, or at least a big, tough front court. But like Phillips is gone, JP Estrella, kind of sucks.
Soft.
Like maybe that's harsh, and I'm not trying to be harsh, but like JP Estrella was supposed to be better, and maybe it's just the nagging injuries that caught up to it. Maybe it's he just like, hey, I like partying. I want to be a party guy. Maybe he doesn't want to do the gritty stuff and go out and play super tough defense and try to be the putback guy. I'll be honest. Maybe I undervalued Cade Phillips, because Cade Phillips was willing to go out there and do the hustle stuff. And I thought, hey, when he got hurt, I was like, you know what? That's okay. Maybe Tennessee misses that, because he was willing to just go out there and try to rebound and play defense. But like Estrella isn't the scoring punch, and he's a defensive turnstile. I think Dwayne Brown's going to be a good player, and I'll give him a lot of credit. He bounced back from his bad performance against A&M. He responded pretty well to his benching. I thought Brown looked awesome. But like, I don't want him being a go-to guy offensively just yet either. You know what I mean? Like, any points he gives me is an added bonus. But like Akpara and Carey, those guys weren't good enough. Estrella, not good enough. And that leaves you looking around saying, well, now what? And Gillespie was pretty bad in the second half. Ament was pretty bad in the first half. And no one else gave you anything except Amari Evans. Berg stinks. Henderson had a, hey, I've arrived moment against A&M, and then he gets brought back down to earth in game 2.
You find yourself at a bit of a crossroads now, because you're 12-6, and you got 2 road games coming up. So
yes, Saturday's a gigantic game.
We need to get better this week with the midweek off. I mean,
it's a come to Jesus type of week, and you know, if you lose to Kentucky but you beat Alabama and you kind of figure things out, I think that's okay. Like, I want to beat Kentucky, don't get me wrong, but like, I think we all would have taken a split, or at least like not been disappointed with the split. If you looked at Kentucky and Alabama, you'd be like, okay, let's win one of those. You probably thought it was more realistic you beat Kentucky and lose on the road, but like, you can figure things out. It should be a tough week of practice. It should be a real soul-searching type of week. We'll wait. We'll see how they respond. We'll be doing a little bit of a watch party at Barley's for the Alabama game on Saturday. I understand there's not going to be a lot of excitement about watching this basketball team. Would have been a lot cooler had you beaten Kentucky, but if you want to watch the game, if you want to make plans, you can come hang out with me in the old city. We'll do a little Tennessee basketball get-together.
You got to get one of these road wins. I mean, otherwise you're staring down 12-8, and 12-8 feels like bubble team. Like, you get to the point where 12-8, you're not even a guarantee for the tournament, I feel.
You got to avoid some losing streaks. So, like, I mean, if you have another, if you lose both road games, at Alabama on Saturday, at Georgia on, is that Tuesday, I believe? On Tuesday, that would be another 3-game losing streak. That would
be Rick Barnes never really has.
And that would be a stretch where you've lost 4 of your last 5 and 5 of your last 7. Like, that just means that you are a bad basketball team.
Yeah.
One that shouldn't feel like they're comfortable getting into the field.
You got to get at least one of these on the road, I feel, and then you're the schedule does become a little more manageable in February. Like it's down the stretch. It's a little easier than January, but they need to get it together.
It's disappointing. I thought so much more highly of this team against Houston, which, look, I know we beat Houston. Everybody was riding high, but, like, I thought we had seen Boswell kind of turn a corner. He scored 10 points that game. He shot the ball 4 times, and you're like, okay, yeah, there he goes. He's going to be at least somewhat of that Meshack role where he's out here shooting. He didn't really, ride that confidence high into anything. He's still pretty much 3 shots maximum per game. He shot 5 times against A&M. Every other game this season, or at least every other game this year, I should say. Once we got to SEC play, 3, 2, 3, 3. Those are his other games. Shot the ball 5 times against Louisville, 5 times against Illinois. Gotta shoot more, brother. Gotta shoot more.
David writes in, Barnes reminiscing about the past teams means he's not locked into this team. Sounds like a guy who's about to retire.
I don't think he's going to retire. It might ramp up in the way this season's headed. Because, at one point you were 7-0 and had beaten Houston. You felt really good. Now you get here and you're 12-6 and you're not feeling good. That means you're under 500 in your last 11 games, which that's not something we're used to. Having an under 500 stretch.
No, but we've had some bad stretches with Barnes teams that ultimately they recovered and they got better. And I've learned to trust him as a coach, but that things do look pretty grim after that game. But if you just 1 or 2 plays goes different at the end and you beat Kentucky, then you feel better.
Yeah, but I don't think
or 1 or 2 possessions.
I don't think you would have felt great regardless.
No, but you'd feel a lot better than you do today.
Well, that's factual. But if after blowing the 17-point lead, I'm not saying you had to blow out Kentucky, but once you got down to the final 3 minutes and it was a close game, losing, obviously, doomsday scenario, but winning wouldn't have made you feel too good if it was a close one because you had already shown some flaws. And Barnes either has to figure out what 2 players work best together. He has to give J.P. Estrella more minutes and just live with the bad defense because he's still, a more reliable scorer than the other bigs down there, but he's just so bad on defense. Or he just has to fully embrace, hey, Amari Evans, you're one of our best players. We got to put you out on the court. You and Nate Amen are going to have to just be big for your size and rebound. Boswell, you got to be Josh Hart. You got to go in there and rebound because we got to play small. Because I maintain that's the best thing to do. Now, Tennessee got their ass whipped the entire second half defensively, but it wasn't pretty whenever they did go small. It seemed like Tennessee would hit a 3 or get a 3-point play, and then Kentucky would answer every time. But I think that was with the bigs on there, too. I think Kentucky just got really hot in the second half. But I maintain that we have to just go away from that because we don't have bigs that complement each other or are dominant enough to justify playing as many minutes.
I trust our coaches to get it figured out. Between Barnes and Slick and Polinsky. Those guys, they know what they're doing.
They got a week to figure it out. Last call on the other side. Stick with us. Let's talk sports on Fan Run Radio.
Big Orange Country's home for sports. This is Fan Run Radio.
Is that old tree in your yard starting to lean a little too much? Branches hanging over your roof? Don't wait until it's too late. Call ECR Total Landscapes today. At ECR Total Landscapes, we specialize in safe, professional tree removal, trimming, and storm damage cleanup. So if you've got trees that need to go, now is the time to give us a call. Plus, we're offering free stump grinding now through the end of the year when you use or mention promo code FANRUN. That's right, free stump grinding for Fan Run Radio listeners. At ECR Total Landscapes, we live up to our name by offering total landscape services. In addition to tree cutting, we also offer a wide range of landscape installation services and custom monthly maintenance packages that create stunning outdoor spaces tailored to your vision. Give us a call today to schedule a free estimate at 865-384 888-208-2012 or just visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Yeah, it's another day, but what kind of day is it really? A day of doom scrolling? Laundry day? Nah, it's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold wave filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. So grab a pack, grab your friends. Make the most of each day with those who matter most. When you're together with White Claw, every day is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You just gotta grab it. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
At Knoxville Insurance Group, they understand the challenges many consumers face when searching for insurance coverage. That's why whether it's for you, your family, or your business, they create a coverage plan specifically for your unique needs. Knoxville Insurance Group is an independent firm, which means they aren't beholden to just one insurance company. They search multiple companies, acting as your negotiator to find you the best possible policy and price. Start a quote in minutes at KnoxvilleInsuranceGroup.com or call them today at 865-694-9788.
Last call here on the program. If you missed any of the episode, check out the podcast, wherever you get your podcast. Bubba, what did we miss so far today?
Can I ask you a question first?
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead.
Sorry, Bubba. I just want to. Can I read you a tweet real quick? I just want to get your thought on the tweet.
Okay.
And then we'll kick to Bubba. You can still tune in to terrestrial radio, says someone named Wanye. You can put it on in your car. They're having people call in to answer quiz questions, and they're giving away concert tickets to the 29th caller, and they're yucking it up and playing crazy sound effects like it's 1992 and nobody's ever heard of the internet. The format hasn't changed at all. They're sticking to the format to the end. As a radio man, what do you think about that?
I think some people like the old ways.
I'm just reading the comments, and there's a lot of variation, and some people are like, yeah, I actually like that.
It's nice that some things get kind of stuck in time.
Are we in an antiquated medium?
I mean, we do some visual stuff. Now, we probably need to do more visual stuff in terms of just in our presentation. You know, like when our friend the Money Monster comes by, like, you know, having some stuff that pops on video is probably better, because that wouldn't be a good skit, you know, if there wasn't video with it. But
what if we just put in like some jingles from the 60s?
Well, you do that. You try that. I don't like it.
It's your wacky morning sports radio show. What if we started doing more like really emphasizing the wackiness of the morning, you know?
Yeah, that's fun. That's what we could have talked about at dinner had you guys came to dinner.
We went to lunch. I asked you at lunch, are we going to dinner after this?
And I said, yeah, but Sam and Bubba didn't come. Bubba, what did we miss today?
We had the Chili Bowl Nationals happening this past week. Kind of the first big event in the world of racing that take a lot of three-quarter midget cars.
Who came first?
To the Tulsa, Oklahoma Convention Center. That's right, smog indoors. Great for those people. A guy named Emerson Axum. I don't like his name.
I don't either.
We had Chris Goddard winning the PGA Tour opener.
He won?
Out in Hawaii.
Damn. I was looking at it on Sunday. I had a free bet. And I was like, Goddard. That guy's clutch. That was before he even started his round, but it was only like plus 300, and he's like second favorite. So I was like, okay, it's not worth it.
What's his name?
Chris. Is it Goddard? Is how I say it.
Yeah, that's right.
Goddard.
Goddard.
He's pretty clutch. He was hot last year at the beginning of the year, right?
If you know a lady who won't wake up, just call him.
He's fun. He's like a young guy on the tour. Hits it real low. Fun bet for the Open this summer. Keep in mind.
We've got some foreign boxing guy wanting to make a new big promotion that offers free events to watch on YouTube and occasional free live events. One happening in San Francisco this year, hoping to attract a crowd of 136,000. We've got Bo Bichette to the Mets.
A lot of foreigners there.
We've got KD passing Dirk for 6th place on NBA all-time career scoring list. Ja Morant shuts down trade rumors while they were playing overseas for some reason.
He played really good. He played really good. He reminded the Grizzlies of like, hey, this is.
I got a tattoo on my back of this organization.
Well, that was a cool quote. That would fire me up if I was a Grizzlies fan. Where he's like, hey, man, I love this place. I want to be here. And then he came out and balled, but the problem is he does that about once every 3 weeks, and then he gets hurt, or then he goes on a episode and kind of disappears, and the team gets into a big fight. But it at least helped his trade value of reminding everybody else, like, hey, this guy is an elite talent when he's right. I guess we need to go around the room and pick our national championship, pick the national championship game and give some thoughts. That is tonight. Bubba, who you got?
The U's back, baby.
All right, he's going Miami.
Hoosiers.
I mean, Indiana's going to win, but I'll be betting on Miami because I am committed to this bit of being wrong about Indiana.
Losing money on Kurt Cignetti.
As the first 16-0 team is crowned champion tonight, I will be betting on Miami.
And if they do go 16-0, Cody will still be there, be like, they're not that good. They
didn't play anybody.
Not that good.
They played nobody.
I am kind of rooting for Miami to fall on their face. I'm actually rooting for a blowout.
Gross.
And that's not even pro Cignetti. It's more so anti-Miami. And, the way they're trying to big boy us with these quarterbacks, the way they just sit around like, oh, look at us. We just get who we want in the portal.
You better be careful betting against Miami because Carson Beck is going to be staring down that defense from the left sideline all the way to the right sideline.
It'd be really funny if he throws a pick six on play one.
Nobody can see the field like Carson Beck.
That'll do it for us. Stay locked in on Fan Run Radio, the Tony Basilio Show. Coming up next.
Take Fan Run Radio with you on the all-new Fan Run app. Just